a woman out, you should be able and willing to pay for the entire date. If you're at a point where you cannot financially, responsibly, or comfortably pay for the entire date on your own, do not date. There's levels to this as a man. If you're not there yet, you shouldn't be focusing on dating. You should be focusing on building yourself so that when you are out there to date, you can take care of the woman that you ask out. My opinion, going 50-50 is not masculine. In fact, it's kind of beta. Men are meant to be providers. If you cannot afford to take a woman out fully without it bothering you, don't date. You might argue, I'm not paying for all the bills until that we're married. Great, then don't move in with each other until you're married. I think it's crazy to have a woman move in with you and then split the bills with her. And now here come all the little beta men. Well, what does the woman provide if I'm paying all the bills? What is she doing? Do you know the value of having a high quality woman who supports you, loves you, nurtures you, takes care of the home? I mean, it's unbelievable. Going tit for tat, well, if I do this, what's she's going to do? That's a boy's game. A man is meant to provide, period. When you are fully embodied in your masculine and you are showing up for your mission and conquering, paying the bills is not going to be a thing to you. It's going to be barely any of your effort whatsoever. Thinking that you need a partner and a woman to come in so you can split it is the exact opposite of masculinity. You're using her to rescue you. You're trying to have a partner so that you can get things easier. No, real men provide always. If you're a man, if you're aligned with your purpose, if you're aligned with your mission, and you are fully grounded in who you are, making money is easy. So therefore, you don't have to worry about splitting the bills 50-50.
I will not be paying for rent. I am not going to help you pay the rent. I will not help you pay for the mortgage. If you believe that the mortgage is too expensive and you cannot afford it by yourself, by all means, move the family, put us in a place that you can afford yourself. Paying the rent is the least thing you can do as a man. Christ provides the means. You provide the shelter. I make the home. I cannot be a relaxed woman if I'm expected to pay the rent. It's non-negotiable. I am not going to do that. However, I'm willing to feed the family. I'm willing to pay for the car note. I'm willing to care for the children, buy pampers, things like that. I'm working. I can do all of that. But you see the aspect of equal woman. I will not do it. I don't know when men became like this. I do remember before when men took pride in saying, I care for my family. When did this whole dynamic thing change? When did it shift? Is it because we now have social media that you guys are forgetting who you are? You're forgetting that you are the Mborogu. You're forgetting that you are the pillar that holds the family. Now you want to share that role with a woman. I'm your wife. You took me from my father's house where I do not pay rent. Now you expect me to split the bills with you. You are my husband. You are the head over me. You should be able to afford shelter for me and our children. If you cannot afford that, I am sorry. I'm not the girl for you. There are a lot of women out there that will be willing to do that, but that is one thing that I don't do. It's my non-negotiable. I honestly do not care having to be the one going to Costco, paying for things. I don't mind that. I can feed my home. I, for one, believe that that is part of my jurisdiction as a wife and a homemaker. But you see that rent. I don't know they will leave with that. Because what are you guys talking about? What are we discussing? Please, of all the things that you will learn from the Oyibo, delete this one from your memory. I don't know when you guys became like this. When you pick one and you say, this is the woman I want to be with, the least you can do is to pay for a house now. My brothers, wherever you're from.
Pays all the bills. Thank God. So his check literally covers everything. My check is something that we use for investments, we use for savings, and we use to pay off debt. But if for any reason I don't work for the next 20 years, we'll be fine because he makes enough to cover all of our expenses. But I like to still work. I like that I have income. And to be honest, your girl has student loan debts. I've got debt. So I'm glad that my check is able to pay towards both him and I's debt. So anyway, so we went through and we did all of our expenses. We put down our rent, our car payments, our car insurance, our phone bills, the average cost of groceries, the cost of our Wi-Fi, the cost of electricity, the cost of water. We did an entire spreadsheet of every single bill that we had. And then we went through and we looked for ways in which we can condense the cost and the expenses of our bills. I'll give you an example. I went through and I saw that, okay, you pay $300 for your car insurance. I paid $300 for my car insurance. I went through Geico and did an estimate of how much it would cost to add Marvin to my car insurance. Guess how much it cost? $275 for him and I both to be under the same car insurance. How much does that save us? $325 a month. We went through and did this for every single bill that we had, looking for ways to be able to condense our bills and to get rid of things that we don't need. I also use an app called Rocket Money, and that's where I'm able to go through and look at different.
I just want to say this. If you in a relationship with a man and he literally takes care of everything, I mean, you don't have not one expense. He pays for your hair. He pays for your nails. He pays for your toes. He pays all the bills. He pays your car note. Y'all go on 5-star meals every weekend. And that's cool. Beautiful. Wonderful. Good for you. But please stop trying to make it seem to other women that they settling or that they man ain't doing enough if he's not willing to do that, because the reality is that most men cannot afford to do all that. And it's some dudes out here that got money that just don't want to be nobody's sponsor. Just because a dude will provide does not mean that he gonna let her be no kept woman. It's some dudes that just don't want no chick laying around their house not doing nothing at all and not contributing nothing. Please. Just because you lucked up and got a dude that want to be your sponsor, that don't care if you work or not, don't mean that that should be the norm. It's some dudes that just don't want no chick living off them. Like, it's hard out here. Please. Y'all be creating these unrealistic expectations saying this stuff. Like, everybody's not going to end up with that type of dude.
Hey guys, welcome to Little Black Button 91. Yes, it's a Wednesday night, meaning we're going to have one of those conversations with y'all. We're going to have a real deep conversation. And the topic is real men pay all the bills and the women get to keep theirs. So I want to know if you agree to the statement. Is a real man a man who pays all the bills and you get to have yours? That's the question we're asking. You know what I mean? So, I'm not going to do it alone. You already know I have my favorite co-host with me to discuss this conversation, because I think this might get a little bit sticky still. But it's always interesting to hear different points of view. And of course, as always, we'll have some special guests coming through a little bit later on in the evening as well. But let me bring on my favorite, wonderful, poised, gracious, swan-like, just filled with wisdom to the stage. It's Jay, baby. It's Jay, baby. Baby girl. But you're muted, so talk to me, baby.
Welcome. Hi, everybody. Hello. Happy Wednesday.
What's good? Let me turn my camera on. Talk to me, sis. What are you saying?
We got a good one. And I like how you stopped on violence. Because I was like, these people over here, they all got the same viewpoint and stuff. But the last one, she was ready for war. So I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's go. Because
let's go indeed.
Me personally, I am 50-50 on this here topic. I'm 50-50. I'm partially like, oh girl, at the end, like, yes, everybody will not and may not end up with that type of man. But I'm definitely like the other three. Like, if you're living within your means as a man, you can take care of a woman within those means. You can provide for your family in those means. And we just have to get to the point that both people have to step out of the Lulu and be realistic with themselves and each other. if you're a high price person, woman, man, whatever and stuff, your market might be a little bit higher. You might be able to do a little bit more, but if you're lower tier, you just got to work within your tier. And maybe if you can borderline, find something at that borderline of that next level that works with you. Hey, baby, you leveling up. You leveling up, okay? Just live there. Just live there, because it is what it is. But I'll say this overall: every relationship is individualized, and it needs to be defined with the two people that are involved. So the young lady that was in the blue, the black lady that was in the blue, who was listed with her partner, who was going down the list of things that fit into their budget and all that stuff. I think that's something that partners should do when they're serious about each other and about being married and starting a family and all this stuff. They need to sit down, go through their expenses together, have a game plan on how they want to divide the money up, save the money, but where to put it. There's different game plans you can do. We can live off of one person's budget, whoever's making the most. We can live off of theirs while the other person's finances are saved up for family funds, rainy days, travels, whatever the case may be, or early retirement plans. But there has to be a game plan in place between those two parties, that is all outside world is taken out of it. It doesn't matter if Sandra down the street is getting fully taken care of by her man and she ain't never got to lift a thing in life or whatever. That has nothing to do with what's going on in this house with Kojo and Jay, period. This is our house. So I think that's like one of the first steps to this conversation, is that couples need to sit down with each other and just hash it out and really be realistic with each other in that process and go from there.
Definitely hear you. So this topic is real men pay all the bills and they let their women keep theirs. That's the opening statement, Jay. I need an answer. Because you gave me a sweetness, but I need an answer.
Yes. Okay. Here. I do not feel like this part right here, because that bothers me. I'm a word person and certain words bother me. When we say real men, I don't want men to think that fully this is the only way that you become a real man. There's a whole lot to become a real man, because he can do all of these things and be abusive. I would never consider him a real man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can provide all this stuff, but you're putting hands on a lady. That's not a real man to me. So I do want to preference this. There is more to just providing that makes a man a real man. However, as a man, yes, you should be able to do this. You got to find somewhere for yourself. If you have to find somewhere for yourself, then by all means, you can find somewhere where you and your lady can be together. You and your family can be together. It does turn into levels as we go through different situations, and we're like, and within the relationship, probably further on, say we married 5-6 years, something happened with your job. You get a pay cut, whatever the case may be. Now, you may not be able to afford these things that we once were able to afford by yourself. Now we have to start talking on maybe, yes, I might have to step up somewhere here, there, or whatever and stuff to make it work. We might have to have a conversation about you deciding to take another job or whatever, because all of these dynamics is going to change our relationship too. So we need to sit down and figure out how we're gonna work this out. I would never want my man to go through this problem by himself. I would want him to feel comfortable enough to come to me and say, hey, Jay, such and such happened at work today. What we gonna do? However, as a man, I feel as well that you should also have your budgeted plan, your savings, your budgeting plan for rainy day emergency that can last you for a couple of years. So therefore, you have enough money saved away that if something was to happen, I don't have to have a hard transition into this role of now paying. And as a woman, I feel like if you can able to have all of your needs and most of your bills taken care of, if not all, you should too be putting away for if something shall happen. Because there's always that why variable that something crazy in life will happen, and rainy day funds is always needed. So I hope that answers your question.
Hey, listen, that's why we love these conversations, because they're really important to have. So do I believe a real man pays all the bills? No, I actually don't. I think a real man strives to be the best that he can be with the capacity and the capabilities that he has. I believe a real man should love a woman with all his heart and love her like himself. I think a real man should provide as much as he can. Again, once I was saying, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, he should have leadership skills in that particular space as well. I think that's a real man. There are real men who can pay all bills, and there are real men who can't pay all bills. You know? So for me personally, I look at it as that the qualification of that real man, actually, even though it's not about money, is about money. It's money that allows you to be able to pay all the bills, right? So then I can't agree with that statement. I mean, there's two parts of the statement, by the way, but yeah, I don't agree with the statement of a real man pays all the bills. I think a real man strives his best to always provide for his family as much as he can. A real man looks to be able to protect his family where he can. A real man looks to cover his family spiritually where he can. But that's the whole reason why we got into a partnership. If I wanted another child, I could have had one. What's your thoughts, Jay? I want to spin a little something. Yeah.
So, Coach, you paying all your bills right now?
I am indeed. Get
Yeah, here we are. Indeed, talk to me nice. All right.
all right. I'm listening. I'm listening to where you're taking us to. Where you taking me to?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
go on.
you're paying all your bills. Yeah. So you indeed are a real man because you're paying all your bills.
Okay.
Now, as a woman steps into this, steps into your world,
Yeah,
all of your bills are still being paid by you, right?
that's fair.
Now, when I say I'm a real man, pays all the bills, all right? So, I'm not necessarily including her small bills. I'm not like necessarily including her.
Okay.
I'm not necessarily including like her everyday expenses for herself. Now,
Okay.
and that's why I said at the beginning of this, each couple has to define what's for them. I'm wired, and some men are wired and some women are wired differently. But I am wired that I can cover my things as a human, as a woman. I can cover my things. I should be able to. Because if I'm not with you, I have to be able to provide on my own still too. I have to be able to make my way still. So as far as I don't have a car note anymore, thank God. But as far as my car note is concerned, as far as my phone is concerned, I got that. We could split groceries because, we both eating in this house. So we could split it or whatnot. But you should be providing a roof over the head.
Okay.
We can negotiate bills if we desire, you know what I'm saying? If we desire, but if you feel like at any moment you don't want me to talk to you any type of way.
Oh, damn.
The bill is not on time or whatnot. You should be taking care of some things, you know what I'm saying? If we don't want to be having arguments over lights and etc.
Mm.
You should be taking care of these things. You know, if you want peace brought into the home,
Mm-hmm.
you should be paying for the peace you want in this home. So if you want a piece of light, you want a piece of
Mm-hmm.
electricity, you want a
Mm-hmm.
piece of this burger,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need you to put a piece of your finances on in this thing, okay? Quit playing. And it's not a small piece, you know, a nice healthy
Mm-hmm.
piece. Because
Okay.
I like to eat good. And I
Okay.
will go ahead and cook. Yes, pay for your peace of mind. I'll
I'm
cook
hearing you.
whatever you provide. You bring it home to bacon, I'll cook it. You know what I'm saying? So we have a thing. It's the same way. I can't ask you to make half a baby. I mean, I can actually make half a baby, but I can't ask you to deliver half a baby.
Mm-hmm.
You can't carry half of that responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
So while I'm bringing legacy into the world,
Mm.
hmm
Mm. That's interesting. You took it somewhere. So I'm rocking with what you're saying. I'm a move with what you're saying. But then it makes me feel like what you're really saying is your respect of me is conditional. And whilst I do believe relationships have a transactional piece to them, I definitely do. I wholly put my hands in the sky and say there is some aspect of understanding that is transactional. But what it sounded like, and maybe I need to give you a chance to clarify. What it sounded like is that I can only get the submission or the respect when I'm paying, quote unquote, and we're going to define it in a second or two, the bills, you
hmm
know, rather than just being a person that you actually respect. So did you not respect me in the beginning? And you only respect me because I have money or I can pay the bills? I can put a roof over your head? Is that what you're telling me right now, Jay?
Did I meet you on the streets?
You might have done. Because some of us were on the
Like, no, were
streets.
you living on the streets when I met you, though?
Oh no! I have my own. Let's say I have my own
hmm
place, right? Right now I'm
hmm
renting, but let's say okay. So let's put into our scenario now. Okay,
Okay.
if you're willing to come into this house, like let's say like for instance, I'm renting here. It's 2 bedrooms, so fantastic. You can come into this space. You can come into this house. I'm not expecting you to pay the rent. If I've already been paying it, that's a different scenario. Yes, I agree. I'm not expecting you to pay it. You know what I'm saying
hmm
to you? Because I'm already paying it. Why would I? Do you know what I'm saying to you? I don't need that. Do you know what I mean? Even if it was a mortgage, I wouldn't need you to start paying for the rent. You know what I'm saying to you? So that part I do really, really get. The
hmm
question is whether you actually stay in that place. What I mean by that is when we get together and then we decide that we're going to choose to go somewhere else, and financially the actual increase of costs begin to occur. So let's say, for instance, maybe you're paying 1.5, 1.6 for the rent where you are staying. Yeah, it's very affordable. And then
hmm
suddenly when you guys come together, you're saying you're looking for a 2001, 2002 place. Now that's stretching your budget. You know what I mean? Now that's really stretching the budget. At that point, one may ask the person to contribute. You know what I'm saying to you? But if we're keeping it in the same kind of circumference in terms of finances, yeah, I wouldn't ask you to pay for it because I was already paying for it, and this place has space for you to even move in. But then you got to work. I'm gonna say this: if that's the case, you got to work with me, and you got to work on my timeline. Because if I'm paying them, yeah, you see, if I'm paying them, if I'm paying, why are you smiling like that? Why are you smiling like that? You gotta work my timeline if that's the case. I don't mind. Listen, you just gotta work on my timeline then, because
hmm
I've got to be able to increase my finances so we can get to that next place. Because you're telling me I have to pay for the bill, and I'm with you. I'm with you because I'm saying to myself, even if you make good money, what I don't want, as you said, if we're gonna go by what your breakdown would be, right? Even if you had the money, I don't want you to use your money to make us move to a bigger place, because then your money is
hmm
dependent on you. Then, do you see what I'm saying to you? Then you have to work on my timeline. I haven't got there yet. Maybe that extra 600 a month, I haven't got that just yet. You know what I'm saying to you? So we've got to work with me. And yes,
hmm
I also too have to say to you, listen, I do envisage moving us to a bigger place. So I need to start working on how to get us there. So maybe I'm going to say, okay, I'm really pushing for promotion at work. You know, I'm looking for avenues to try and expand myself to get us to there. So I can understand that particular perspective. I think I think what there may be a difficult aspect is if we're trying to move somewhere, let's say, for instance, like, let's say, for instance, both of us are, let's say your rent at your place is 2K and mine is 2K, right? In your head, you might be thinking, well, like we could move to a 4K place. No, we can't. We can only move to a 100K place. Your income can't be supplemented here then. You know what I mean? So if we're looking at places, we can't be looking at places that supplicates two incomes and then thinking that I'm going to be sole income to pay that thing. That's so that part I would say I would be a little bit like, but I'm okay. I can rock with you what you're saying now in terms of I'm already paying my rent in that space. If the space is too small, then finding an equal just about kind of price range. It might mean though, just saying, it might mean the place ain't gonna look as pretty as you want it to be. Are you willing to do that? That's the question.
Yeah. If I am ready to move tomorrow, I got to be ready for whatever comes with tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I said people have to get out of that delulu that they both have. Men, women, they both have a delulu that they living in or whatever and stuff like that. Like, if you meet a man with 150K salary, I can't expect tomorrow his salary to be 175. I have to work with what I'm working with. So if I'm really willing to work with this person, and this is what I'm saying is my person, I got to be open to either his timeline, either helping out. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be something there. It's got to be something there. But if I'm willing to just be like, all right, we just need to move into a space ASAP, but we got to look in here. I had to do my due diligence. I'm gonna look for the place. I'm gonna look for something that's within that budget, but it works for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why we on a partnership. If we're on a real partnership, that's what it's supposed to be doing. We're going to sit down. We're going to figure out these expenses where we can cut, where we need to save some money. I might have to cut some things back out of my budget. You know what I'm saying? Just to be like, let me make sure I'm saving to provide whatever meals or whatever and stuff like that while you're working, doing whatever you need to do. So this is where it comes in. Are we actually in line of working together to solve this issue? And I think what a lot of people have as a problem is that they're not working together. They just want the one person to go do what they need to do or whatever while we sit back and just do nothing. And I say it in that terms because, of course, I'm a woman, but it could be reversed the opposite way too, is where it's like, you know, I'm being as supportive, but he ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I need to do or whatever on my end, but he not doing nothing. And it could be the same way as if I say I'm willing to do the 50. Well, are you really willing to work on your 50? I got to trust that, because you could be telling me that your 50 is only so much, so you can only put in so much. So it is going all the way still to, we need to sit down as a unit, pull out all the paperwork and really go through our stuff and start making a whole game plan between the two of us of how we going to get from A to Z and what steps we need to take to get there. I can't be going to a concert this week when I'm trying to save money for a house later down the road. I got to sacrifice some things. You know what I'm saying? And that's another problem I noticed that I've seen people have, is that making those sacrifices of those selfish things that I want right now for this goal, this team goal. Letting go of those things, you know, cutting back on some of them haircuts y'all love to get so much. Y'all don't need to be fine. Who y'all trying to be fine for? Y'all working hard for me. Don't be out here fine for the world. You know, I seen you when you're fine. I seen you when you're ugly. I got you. Just be ugly. Miss a haircut.
I'm with
Them
you.
things getting expensive anyway. Learn how to cut your own.
I'm with you.
Learn how to sew your jeans. You know what I'm saying? Like, get it. Work with me. But, you know, if you want me to be your number one supporter, you want the peace, you want home cooked meals, all this stuff, like, I'm going to work too. I'm doing what I got to do, and I still got to come home and clean and cook and do this, that, third, and stuff like that. So,
see, I can dig that. I think most men could, right? Like, I think most men can dig that. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Like, so that's what I'm saying to you. I'm saying, I'm saying I think from the men's perspective, we're thinking, if that is the case, are you willing to suffer a little bit? And I don't know how many women are willing to suffer. Yeah, see that little pull of the lip. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know how many people are willing to suffer. Because
when am I suffering though? In the beginning of the relationship, because I don't even know you.
No. I'm talking about if we come together, because if we're going to operate on one person's income, let's say, for instance, again, I'm not talking about the outliers. When people start talking about 100K, they are outliers. They are not the norm. Now, you may, not you personally, Jay, but people may say that that's their norm. You're an outlier. Stop talking about yourself, because you're an outlier. You are not the majority, okay? And thank God for your life, and it's amazing that you got the prosperity. We're talking about the general populace. Okay, the general populace, and even within the outliers, people are way spending out beyond their means. This is why it's not even working anyway. But the general populace, they struggle to make income, to make enough income to be able to really be able to make any kind of effective living within where they stay, right? For instance, if you're in the main cities, right, you know yourself, you're in LA. There's LA, and then there's LA. You know what I'm saying to you? Now, LA is for the high flyers, okay? Then LA is for those people, you know, they've made some money, they can afford something. And then there's LA. You know the LA that they show the rest of the world to try and make y'all look bad, right? When they try to show the gang aspect and the ghettos. Yeah, that LA, that's the place where people are just trying to make it. You know what I'm saying to you? They're trying to put their money together. So in those spaces, I'm saying that for those people, they're going to need a little bit more time. People are going to need to suffer a little bit, because for that perspective, if he's going to pay the bills in that area, it may take a little while for him to be able to expand the premises or make a nice place or get a nice place, etc., etc. So the extra contribution from that lady may also help get them to that place faster. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So the suffering I'm talking about is that you may not have the niceties immediately, right? Do we need a 40-inch TV? That's a nicety. You know what I'm saying to you, right? Are you willing to, like you said, am I willing to forego some haircuts right now in the season? Are you willing to forego some of the hairdressers that you've been chilling with? You know, maybe to put some money aside for us to begin to build together and shift and move. And of course, I need to do my job. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So that's the kind of pain I'm talking about here. Are we willing to make those sacrifices where, hey, we may have to, there's groceries that we're eating. We used to eat nice, but for now, in order to get us to that place, and I'm going to say it again, for any man saying this, of course, you should also have a plan, because I'm saying to you that I'm saying that in my mind, and I'm thinking of a plan saying, okay, we need to make 5K by the end of the year. Let's just say that for the general people, right? 5K by the end of the year. In order to do that, we need to cut back on the outings. Okay, we can go on dates, but I'm going to get creative, and I'm going to do some things now that are going to be different to us just going out to eat for dinner, right? Because that might be a little bit too expensive. Or if we do go out to eat dinner, we might have to do the old school, we're on one plate. Yeah, and we're doing some, I don't know what I feel about filming the two dogs. I don't know what that Disney film is. You know what I mean? And we just,
Oh, Lady and the Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp, you know what I mean? We're eating off the same fork right now, right? To be able to make it through right now in this particular season to get to the other side. How many people are willing to make that work? That's my question. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, how many people are willing to have that pain for a short while to get the long-term living? You know what I mean? So in that aspect, that's someone kind of asking. Someone said, why should someone suffer if she is living nice before? Yeah, that's fair. You know what I mean? That's also fair. I'm not against it.
That goes back to you're out of your bracket then. You're like, if you're living nice before, that sounds like you're dating down. If you're feel like you're suffering. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And that's, if you're choosing to date down for other reasons, then you're going to have to deal with the fact you should be walking into that situation knowing that your person is not on your financial levels and able to take care of you the way that you have probably been taken care of before, but you're choosing to do it. You're not forced into the relationship. So if you're making that choice, then you got to stick with that choice. But, you have choices. You don't have to stick with it either, especially if it's before marriage. It's up to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's say, okay, let's flip it. Okay, we're making decent amount of money then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because and just to make it clear for everybody else, because I know you kind of said it earlier on, just to make sure that we make it clear. Paying all the bills, what does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just to make it clear. Because some people, because you know what, just so that it doesn't get the conversation get lost. When you say paying on the bills, what are we saying here so we can define it?
Are we going cutthroat, or are we just going to be chill?
I mean, you can cut through. You can say from your personal perspective.
Let's go. How sis in the beginning basically defined it. I'll go with sis in the beginning. Her definition of it. Basically, you're paying the mortgage, house note, rent, whatever that case may. You're doing all the bills, expenses, and stuff. Oh, sis, wait, hold up. Let's do sis the black. Let's do black and the lady in the blue, because she sounded like she was being taken care of all the way. Like he was paying everything, car note, everything. So if we going there, if we want to make this the manosphere argument of the topic or whatever, paying all the bills, hers, his, whatever. She's a passenger princess in life. Let's make it that deep of a scenario right now.
So that's double whatever I was paying before is actually doubled. Technically, whatever I was paying before is doubled.
And that's her living on a budget. If it's doubled, that's her living on a budget.
You know what I mean? Like that's do you know what I mean? Like, because if I'm paying for everything that you were paying for before, apart from the only thing I'm not paying for is the rent, because I was already paying that, right? Or whatever, or moving to a place of similar income. That's not different to what it was, right? So in essence, I'm actually paying double.
Listen, if you gotta go for rent, you gotta show them triple. You got it
for a short while, not for your whole entire durations. You gotta get 3 months or 6 months, yeah, but not for those durations.
You got triple, you know? Baby. I got faith in you, baby. You can do this. You got it. I'm here for you.
I think that is aspirational. So what I'm saying is, I think paying every single bill that could be paid is aspirational. I think it's aspirational. I think every man should aspire to get to that place, just like every man should aspire to get a gold medal. But you know what? There's silver and there's bronze. And you know what? Some people don't even get into the final. They're in the semi-final. And some of them don't get to the semi-final. They're in the quarterfinals. Some of them don't even get to the quarterfinals. They're still in the heats. But all in all, you got to the Olympics. You know what I'm saying to you? And some didn't even get to the Olympics. They did the nationals. Yeah? And some didn't even do the nationals. Some did the nationals and failed at the nationals.
Not just trying to bring this on.
There's levels. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to this thing. We should aspire to be gold medal. But not everybody's going to be a gold medalist. So I'm saying in a sense that I don't disagree that every man, in fact, I think every man, if they were really honest with themselves, wants to be that level. You know what I'm saying to you? Wants to be at level. But we're talking about all the bills. That includes all her bills as well, right? I think every man aspires to be that level. How many can actually do that? I don't even know. Because even the middle class people, they be spending way too much money, you know? So yes, I think that's the aspirational goal for a lot of people and for a lot of men. How many actually do that? And when people say that, I know plenty of husbands, I'm like, yeah, okay, I hear you, but the general populace don't. So
my thing is, and this is for me, other women can figure it out, men, y'all figure it out. For me, I'm just saying figure it out, because I personally, I don't mind a man paying the general bills. But I have to have my own money. I have to have my own exit. I have to have my own situation. Like I personally need, because part of me, I don't like rules, and I feel like whoever's making the code makes the rules. So whoever's paying like the thing, whoever name is on this deed, whoever's all this, you have the power in your hand. I personally don't like all of that myself, because then I feel like you could put me out. And I know California do protect in a way, because there's squatter rules technically, and I'm kind of a squatter in your house if you paying on you're paying for everything. However, I don't like people having that much control and power over me. So me personally, because I feel like when a man is paying all of my bills, I have to do on his time frame, and like you said, that stuff. I don't like asking for allowance. I don't like. I need you to get this done, and he has the power to cut my phone off because he mad today. Nah. He mad and petty. I don't like it. I don't like that.
Yeah.
However, so I would probably never choose that life, but I could, like, there's people out there that lives that life. They like it. They don't want to think. They don't want to have to like deal with the responsibilities of bills. And then there's vice versa. There has the man that just, I'll give the woman the money. She technically is paying all the bills. I'm just providing the money for her because she might be better at dispersing and doing whatever she got to do, you know? So it's just, it all kind of like depends on your relationship and the person you with and how y'all structure it. Again, it's going to go back to that. But I know for this conversation purpose, we're on the extreme.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, so I definitely hear what you're saying. So, like, the control and the power aspect does come into play when someone's paying all the bills in that particular regard. So, I guess then maybe a man might ask, maybe some man wouldn't ask, because some men already are rich like that. They don't really give a heck. You know what I mean? It's a bit of a flex, right? The other half of this particular statement is real men pay all the bills and let their women keep theirs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not a real man because I'm not gonna let you keep yours like that. You get me?
What's she gonna spend hers on?
There is so much things to pay for that you can buy.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
The house needs touch-ups. Okay, all right. The groceries can get done because you're gonna be cooking. Because since you want to be out here telling me my position, I want to tell you your position too. You know what I mean? Some cooking can get done. You know what I mean? I don't want to. You don't have to keep on reaching out to me about can you get some money for the groceries. You should just buy that. Do you know what I'm saying to you? And me personally, anyway, I do believe that it should be a joint account and then a separate account. So I have no problem with you having your own money. I don't need to know how much is in your separate account that you're doing your own thing with. What we are going to do is ratio some money into a joint account as well, and budget you as well. Especially if you're not good with budget, especially if you're not good with finances, because that's going to piss me off. If I'm paying everything and you have your own money and you still going to be asking me for money, I'm going to get pissed off because then I'm going to be thinking to myself, you ain't good with money. I don't like people that are not good with money. I feel like when you do that, you're going to open a black hole for us. Before I know it, got debts piling up for no reason. Yeah, people like that are dangerous to you. So you just kind of just be aware of that. But for me personally, yeah, of course, have your own separate account. We call it the runaway account. I don't care if you have that. You want to have that, have that. If that makes you feel safe and makes you feel better, I've got no beef with that. What I will be saying is, maybe the groceries or the little things around here, yeah. And also, if it's into savings and investments, that's what I love what that woman said. When she said she puts her money into savings and investments, and she should have added a third one. I know she did. She said it. The holidays, by all means, do. You know what? I don't even care. Listen, you do them things there, fam. I will pay the bills. Let your money go to there because you're gonna find out the hard way, like everybody else does, that the holidays cost more than probably the bills actually cost in the end. So I love it. Go for it. Jay, look at this.
No. Because see, here it goes. A real man pays all the bills, and a real woman provides and makes sure the house turns into a home.
What does that even mean?
What do you mean? What does that mean? Everything you just asked for. If I'm turning this house to the home, I'm sitting here making sure that the place that I'm sitting in, dwelling in all the time, is clean, fresh. Like food is up in there, whether I cooked it or not, I ordered it out, don't care. It's in there. You know what I'm saying? Laundry stuff is done. I'm gonna do like my stuff is gonna be done on my half or whatever. Decor, I got the house decorated or whatever, stuff like that. Finances, all this stuff is gonna be taken care of. The house is going to be a home.
Were you cleaning your house when you had a house?
Housekeeper, baby. Hello.
No. Were you cleaning your house when you had a house?
You damn right. That's what I'm saying. So why am I not going to do it here?
You don't do nothing different. When you come to the house, you ain't do nothing different. So we need a little bit of something else because you ain't doing nothing different.
When you paying your rent and stuff. You
You're
ain't
right.
doing nothing different. So
Exactly.
what are we talking about?
So I have to accept that.
Exactly.
I've accepted your
Exactly.
position. You're
However,
absolutely right.
you did not have no carpet on your bathroom floor. Toilet paper not on the roll. You ain't had a paper towel to wipe your hands with. You had 2 towels in the whole house. Don't play with me.
Oh my days. Oh my days.
No curtains, not on a shower curtain or nothing.
Oh man. Okay. So for you know, I want to know, like, so where does your income go then? So where does your income go then in this situation?
We're back to
I know we kind of said it.
We're back to you're paying fully everything.
Paying fully. Let's say I'm paying fully. What is your income?
Paying fully everything. The income should be going to groceries, the children, like you said, holidays, whatever other little expenses we probably have around the house, upkeep or whatever and stuff like that, maintenance. I'm buying things for you because at this point I'm basically your personal shopper. I ain't gonna say it like that, but yeah, I'm doing, you know, I'm making sure that you have your things, your stuff provided for or whatever. It should be recycled back in there. Of course, like you said, investments and savings and stuff, if she knows that part of the game. But if she don't, you know, she might have to talk to somebody or deal with you again to figure out how we gonna generate some more income up in this. Whatever. I don't know. I feel like sometimes a real woman know how to flip some money for you too. She know how to make some stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? She take that little bit and make it happen. Just sometimes she might just even take some of that money, like Berlin's mom was doing, take some of that money and just put it to the side. Just in case fund. I don't know. I'm going to use it just in case. Maybe it is just in case for me to leave. Maybe it is just in case you don't have a job tomorrow. But I think there should be a fund where she's just kind of putting something away to the side. You know what I'm saying? A little 25% of whatever is coming to her. It's going somewhere. I'm just out here spending it all wild, buying this, that, hair, nails done and shit like, oh, excuse my French, but you know, I do got to look good. I do got to look good for you. I'm competing with all these women out here.
The maintenance, I don't have a problem with maintenance. I don't have a problem with you sprucing yourself up. I don't have a problem with you getting your hair did. You know, you all do that every few weeks. That's cool, whatever, because you know certain hairstyles. That's cool. I don't have no problem with that, bro. I just, for me, it's all about the other income. If it's going into the household, if it's going into things that are going to help us both. I always say this, me personally, I don't think a lot of women like men. I think a lot of women see men as resources. They haven't found the one they actually like. That's why their income doesn't go to that man. It goes straight to themselves. Because when you like that man, the way I've seen women turn mumu, the way I've seen them do Zaza business, bro. Yeah, I'm unwilling to accept anything less. Yeah, I'm unwilling to accept anything where your income's like, it's my money. I do what? You don't like me, get out. You don't like me. That's why you don't like me. I'm a resource to you and a tool to you. And you know, I'm attractive enough to be able to deal with, for you to deal with me. I need that energy out. You know what I'm saying to you? Because a girl that really likes you is spending money on you, is treating you, is making sure you're good. Do you know what I'm saying to you? She cares about you in that way. You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah, someone said, do you want a desperate pick me? No, I want someone that actually likes me. Some of you don't like the men that you're with. That's why you treat the men like a resource tool. They're there for your safety and your security and your survival, not your thriving, your survival. It's why you can't have a team mindset. You have a me mindset. Jay White, yeah. What are you turn for? In a few minutes, we're going to bring the panel on, but listen, I had to put it out there.
Sometimes you gotta, you know, it's team me. Sometimes it's team me. I mean, if he's willing to do, who am I to stop?
I just think that's my, maybe I've got, like I said, maybe I've got a very limited scope mindset. I just think to myself, the people that really, really like you, they spend on you, man. You know what I'm saying to you? They spend on you, like they treat you good. You know what I'm saying to you? You know.
So we could take this scenario to a man. But we could take that
I
same scenario to a man, and I
yes,
like where you're
absolutely.
going with it. I do
Yes,
agree that a person when they like
absolutely.
you, they're willing to do all these things, and so that's the same thing. If a man is not willing to do this for you, because he's going to
Hmm.
do it for some woman.
Somebody else. Yeah, I
He's
hear
going
you.
to do it for some woman. That's the thing.
Yes.
And if he's not willing to do it for you, that's your sign.
Hmm.
That's not your person.
Hmm.
Because there's a woman running around this earth that a man will do 100% for. And so vice versa, I'll say the same thing to women. Like, you, hey, if he don't want to pay all the bills or whatever, or at least all the bills, the main bills, then maybe that's not your man.
Now, there was something that came up before I get the panelists on, and get their perspectives to join the invitation of this conversation. There was something that I saw that I wanted to just bring to the table because, like I said, I think a lot of people cap. I think a lot of people cap and they say things, but I wanted to bring this here. Just let me take this thing off the screen. Hold on. Let me take this off the screen. Hold on now. Because it's going. Hold on now. Okay. Let me take it off the screen. I gotta remove that, my bad. Okay, this infographic here. Oh, I took it off the screen. This infographic here that I saw, and I said, you know what? It makes absolute sense. Because the internet is a lie and it's a cap. Most people are working together in some shape or form to pay them bills. I'll leave it there. What say you?
I want to see them bills. Why? I want to see them bills. What we doing? How we splitting these bills? Because like, is she paying for the vacation bill?
Maybe.
Is she paying for the maintenance bill? What bill is she paying for? So they can say that these bills.
They said share the household expenses.
You know what? I'm not gonna even hold you though. The way that the economy is set up right now,
we all gonna be paying for each other.
Chad, I'm trying to get 3, 4, 5, 6 people in the house. Let's go compound. Let's start us a whole little compound. We need to start us a little community or something. Because these expenses is crazy. So I do understand in this day and age, we're not in the 60s anymore where a man could just do a 9 to 5, come home and live off of that paycheck and basically thrive. We're not there anymore. So for us to be able to survive and thrive, sometimes, yeah, I do. But I do want to see where they're, because it sounds as if we're deciding to move up a level together.
And I think that's honest. That's what I said. I am with a man paying all the bills. If you work on his structure, and that's why I say that I wonder how many people would be willing to do that. How many people are willing to work on that man's structure financially and say, that's what I said about suffering, because a woman who has the means might look at it and go, well, we can get a bit extra now if I contribute my money to this, but then that would take us out the structure. You know what I'm saying to you? That would expand our expenses and potentially in that aspect, right? So that's what I'm saying about, that is about what you're willing to suffer for, a little bit of the while before we get to that space, that if you want to keep your money as your money, okay, cool. It just may require people suffering a little bit in that particular space as well, so someone said their husband pays all the bills. I offer to pay the little bills just to help out. I take him out and buy him gifts because he's a hard worker. I love that. Yeah, and I'm glad you got that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a key thing too. Before we bring the panelists on, is just if he is doing all of that for you, that you might make sure that you are showing your appreciation in some form or manner by like reciprocating some of that stuff back to him. I know, like, let's be honest. Though Black women are striving and moving ahead in the workforce or whatever and stuff, not all of us still are making more than some of our men or whatever and stuff like that. So if you don't fully have the means and stuff to do a lot of stuff that he is doing and providing for you, it's not a problem. But you take what you have and you show him your appreciation with some of that, you know what I'm saying, from time to time. Buy him some things, take him out to dinner from time to time. It's okay. It's okay to do that. You know, it's okay to say, I got this check tonight. I got this one. You know, if you like him, if you like that man, and I'm not using the word love on purpose. If you like that man, it's okay
to trick on me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Trick on me a little bit. Buy me gifts. Spoil me.
Give him some new underwear you want to see him in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I mean? Spruce yourself up. Come sexy so that I'm, you know what I mean? So I'm rejuvenated. Give me some words of encouragement to let me know. That's the best
part right there. To come sexy. Now you get to pamper yourself just to show him a good time, baby. What? Double the win.
But that's what I'm saying. How many people are doing that though? How many people? So because man, them might be feeling some type of way, saying that they might be paying all them bills, but as much as women say they're gonna be relaxed, we're still not getting the sexy out of you. Maybe got complacent. You know what I'm saying to you? So I don't know. Just putting it out there. Not saying
I'm curious. I'm curious what our people think though. Well, that's framing.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what they're saying. You know what I mean?
I know they've been over there stewing in the background, like
they've been waiting to jump us a little bit and get into this convo, and I'm sure they got different points of view as well. Okay, let me first welcome onto the stage our dear brother, deep voice. You already know who he is, the baritones. Okay, you're gonna be having the ladies feeling like, you know, they're hot underneath the collar when they start hearing them in the earphones. So shout out to my boy Black. Welcome to the conversation, Captain. How are you doing, brother? You good?
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm good.
Oh, he just giving us straight vibrations tonight, not even a sight of it. Okay.
So straight vibes, you know what I mean? Okay, I hear you. I welcome our next guest to the platform. She was here last week, you know, giving us some rundowns, giving her opinions, her thoughts, and she was keeping it real, and I respected that. You know what I'm saying to you? You know, I appreciate her. Got my little cape on for her a little bit sometimes. I probably need to put that down. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, you know. It's 2025, coach. You know what I mean? But no, I appreciate her, and I love having her on the platform as well. Welcome to the stage, Deanna, baby.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey.
What you saying? You good?
Yes. How y'all been?
Good.
We've been good. We've been firing on all cylinders. So can't wait to hear your perspective today.
Oh gosh.
I know you got a strong opinion. Don't worry. Cannot wait.
Yeah, I was listening. I was like, y'all had a lot of good points. Some of them I agree, some of them I disagree, but you know, we'll get into it.
We will indeed. Our next guest to the table, you know what I'm saying? She is a wonderful, wise woman as well. You know what I mean? With foresight. Yeah. I see her smile a little bit. She didn't smile one bit. But she did not smile one bit. She's there. That boy fooling himself like he's actually looking at me like he just talking. But shout out. Welcome to the stage, our second J to the platform, baby. What you saying, sis? How we doing?
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for somebody to tag me in. I'm hot. I'm ready.
I'm scared. I know the ladies are gonna come tough today, boy. I know I got one more guy coming through. He'll come in a few minutes as well to join it to make, I guess, a little bit more balanced in terms of men versus women. I gotta open up with that initial statement. Fantastic, my brother is here, so actually I'll wait. I got another brother here from the UK. He's up late. Do you want to see? I brought one for you.
Yay!
You know she loves an accent, so
I love y'all accents.
I thought I'd bring one.
Ain't it? I love
it.
Bring them in Queensland. Well, it's Kings now. But listen, welcome to the stage, our wonderful, smart, wise counselor, Jeffrey. How you doing, brother?
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Kate.
Feeling pretty good.
Nyla.
Not Jeffrey trying to come over here, put extra accent on his.
You knew exactly what this meant. Those of us who know. Okay, when you do that, we know. Okay, so now the conversation can really kick off. Me and Jay have been chopping it up, and you guys have been hearing us in the background as well. And I'm sure you had your own opinions. But before I get to that stage, I've got to ask that first statement question to get your opinions on it. Real men pay all the bills and let their women keep their own money. That's the question I'm putting out there. Diona, your mic is already open, so I'm going to choose you. I want to know your thoughts to that statement.
I'm gonna have to say yes. Yes, I do think real men pay the bills, all the bills. I would say, and it also depends on the situation. So if y'all like y'all said earlier, in the struggle, like y'all both coming up, then it's 50-50. But if y'all already established and, you know, met y'all career goals, then usually the man takes over the bills. And, you know, the women do, like, you know, they'll pay something like, I don't know, water bill, cable bill, phone bill. But usually the men do take care of the bills. So, yeah.
Definitely hear that. Thank you very much.
The big
Diona.
bills, I would say. Yeah.
The big bills.
The big bills.
The mortgage.
Mortgage, yes.
If you want to be Big
Insurance.
Daddy, you want to take these big bills.
Yeah.
Come on, Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I've got questions for y'all, because when we get to that place, we're going to ask those questions. Whether all the bills still make y'all soft enough to be able to submit, we'll get to that place. Don't worry, I'm going to ask some questions today.
You paying all the bills, I'll be a slave. I don't care. I don't care. You paying all the bills.
Okay, we'll see. Jeffrey, I'm going to come to you because your mic's already open. Jeffrey. Ladies and gentlemen, they've already started. Real men pay all the bills and let their women keep theirs. Do you agree with that statement?
I'm gonna say real men. I don't even like saying that, but men strive and want to pay all the bills, and heck, want the ladies to keep all of theirs to help contribute towards the household.
How you gonna take
Hey, I'm gonna say that. Listen, I'm all about a man financially providing that financial covering in order to make sure that the woman feels secure and protected. But as if he loves and likes his woman, though.
Why would you be with somebody you don't like? I'm sorry.
Interesting. I ask myself the same question every time ladies pick a guy that they don't like.
I would never pick a guy I don't like. Ever.
That's you. That's you.
We're gonna deal with them. Don't worry, we're gonna deal with them today.
Yeah, he ain't lying about her stay. We done seen her in action.
Listen, hey.
All right.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay.
We're gonna deal with them today and ask that question because it's a real question.
Yeah. Listen, for me, I want to be able to do that. I love stuff like that. Like, to know that my goal's good, doesn't have to worry about bills being paid. Oh, council tax, you gotta pay for that. I got this. The mortgage, I got this. Anything else, I got this. Because that way she is safe and secure. I love doing stuff like that. But it's for someone who I think, to me, is worth of that because of how she treats me. And that aspiration to want to do that is something that I want to live for. Now it's just a matter of, me stepping up. We can get into the minutiae of, doubling your income, halving expenses, coming together as a team, working accordingly towards the goal. A man, of course, will want to do stuff like that if he finds someone that he generally loves. That's the way I kind of see it. And obviously, dealing within your situation and knowing what.
Don't get that.
Yeah, knowing.
Don't go too far now, Jeffrey. Stay there. That's right. Don't go too far now. You answered it now. You're going to say something. You're going to get us all in trouble. I can tell. When you're going, you're going to say something. It cuts us all up. J Mills.
Yes, baby.
Yeah, don't be trying to. Don't be. Hey, y'all be trying to twist me up. I'm on my job. I'm professional. Y'all don't be sweeting me up today. I'm not ready. No.
Okay,
Thank you, babe. J Mills, your thoughts on this statement. Real men pay all the bills and let their women keep theirs. What's your thoughts?
I think it's valid. We're not talking about boys. We're not talking about adolescents. We're talking about men. And at this point, if you're a man, you should be established. So you should be paying those bills, and you should be a provider. Your parents should have raised you to properly care for a woman. You know how they say. So I think men should be providing. People like to sit there and take parts of, if we want to keep it to the biblical portion of it, you know, parts of what suits them and what benefits them and throw away the rest. So no, I think men should be providing and let women hold their own. That's just that.
Okay.
But if he providing properly, in theory, it's coming right back to him tenfold. So
That part, yes.
Preach.
Yes,
How's it
that
coming back?
part.
Question played around, please.
That
Let me not
part.
get sucked in. Let me
Ask
not get
that
sucked in. Let me
collection
not get
played
sucked in.
around,
I'm
please.
about to ask the question. Let me not get sucked in. I'm not getting sucked in.
You said theory.
I hear you. I'm gonna write that down. She said in theory. That's exactly. She said in theory. Thank you, but Jeff,
well,
I'm not
I
getting
have
sucked
to
in.
speak in
We're not getting
theory
sucked in.
or hypothetically, of course. You know,
We ain't getting
you know,
sucked in.
I have to
We ain't getting
to
sucked
say
in.
that, but I have to put it in. I have to throw the 101 air quotes out there. With double fingers.
Okay.
You can't see the double fingers right now, but yeah, in theory.
Okay, we're gonna come back to that in theory. Don't worry, we're gonna come back to that in theory. Black.
All right. So I'm going to start off by saying this.
Wait, before you start.
Like
Wait, before you start.
Wait.
Before you start, Black, just turn down the thing a little because the thing is sharp. It's in my ears good. It's just a little sharp.
I don't know where Black
good
was going
over.
with any of it. I just kind of just started meditating on the voice.
I wanted to continue, but
I heard that
just
voice and I hit the double back. Like,
it's going past the decibel meter thing. Now go.
I'm ready, Black.
Voice. It was just a microphone. It was just going
Let's
sharp.
go, Barry White.
I'm ready.
It's better now.
Yeah. That was all. Yeah,
all right,
that was all.
All right, I'm gonna first start by saying y'all not gonna like me tonight.
Oh damn.
You're not gonna like me tonight. And Kojo was right to put me last because I think he already knows the energy I'm coming with this. So first and foremost, should a man do that? It really depends on the energy that's given. It's return on investment. I put into you what you put into me. If you don't put anything into me, why are you expecting the world? The problem here is that a lot of women have champagne wishes and caviar dreams when they're working at McDonald's. They have these wishes because they see IG, they see social media, these people confusing you guys, thinking that this is the real way, this is the normal way that we live. No, it's not. Let me make something abundantly clear. You can't get something for nothing. Your role in this relationship is not just to be attractive. It's not just to be laid down in bed. You're going to put work in like I'm putting work in, point blank. So I
think I'm lost.
100%. I can do 100%, but that don't mean all that money goes to you. That means I need to see some of that money that you have invested back into the family because we're partners. I haven't heard partnership in any of this. So you're going to invest in me as you want me to invest in you. Otherwise, you won't see that come up that you're looking for. If you can't sow into me, I'm not going to sow into you. So this whole thing about what real men would do, real men look for an equal partner. Because we're partners in this, right? Do you want your voice heard? Do you want the furniture you want? Do you want the walls the color you want them to be painted? Then you're going to have to contribute to this family instead of just pointing fingers at what you want. So that being said, I will say it will depend. Now, I agree with what Jeffrey was saying as well, that it really depends on what the man, you want a man that's going to want to give you what you want to give you what you need, but it's all about what you invest in that man. So if you're not investing anything in him, you can't expect the world, you're not giving anything in return. So work equals work. You want me to sit there and pay all the bills. You want me to be romantic. You want me to be sensitive and masculine at the same time or at the right times. You want me to pay for your nails to get done, want to pay for your hair to get done. You want all these things. If you don't want them, all of them can be obtained, but you have to put the work in to get those things. You just can't say all men should or real men should.
Real
it don't
men.
work. Sorry.
It doesn't work that way.
I'm lost.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Some shots.
I'm lost, but I'm gonna let y'all go.
Let's
Yeah, I didn't
double
raise that
back on
later.
Because I
that.
think we was talking about in a relationship. I didn't know we was talking about like it sounded like you was coming from it depends on the female, but what do you mean? That's your woman, is that not? So when you said depends on a female, we're not talking about in dating aspects. We're talking about somebody that you solidify a relationship, a commitment with. This is your woman. This is who you chose. Now, the fact that you're choosing somebody that's not going to put into you makes me question, why are you choosing this woman?
I was gonna question the caliber of women you was dealing with.
I'm saying the mindset of the woman before you enter in a relationship. There are single women in the comments. There are single women in this world who feel that you're supposed to get these things automatically.
Yeah.
They're not talking about the work
They gotta
they're doing to obtain those things. So if I've chosen to be in a relationship with you, I've already crossed those off the list. I already know you're good.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You want we kind of retire this word, but high value in a man, but a man also wants a high value in a woman. So what are you adding to me as I'm adding to you? I'm not saying it just has to always be you. I'm not saying it has to always be me, but we're supposed to be working together. And that's what's missing, the togetherness in a relationship.
Well, let's not leave doubt. Let's just not speak hypothetically. Let's just talk about me. It's me and you, Black, okay?
Oh, damn.
I'm just playing.
No, but I agree with Black. I mean, why would I, as a guy, ever be with somebody that is going to have a very selfish mentality? Why would I ever want to do something like that? I'm being serious. If you see me as valuable, as I see you as valuable, and I see you as equally valuable to me, where I'm going to be putting in my 110%, you meaning to tell me you're not also going to do the same? Or are you going to simply use me because you see me as functional, so that way you can survive and leech off from me?
Y'all not picking the right woman.
Yeah.
You're not picking the right woman. That's why I was getting confused when y'all kept saying it depends on the woman. And it's like, why? I don't understand. If you already chosen this woman, what do you mean it depends on a woman? You already chosen her. So you should be putting in the real man paying the bills. Like, that's the part I was getting confused at. It sounded like it was like, all right, are y'all talking about dating or are y'all talking about in a relationship? That's the part I was getting confused at.
Okay.
So
we talk about
go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead.
No, we really talking about both. It could be dating. It could be in
dating. A woman shouldn't expect, me personally, in dating, a woman should not expect a man giving 100% paying for everything. No, that's just my take on that.
Okay, but I'm saying the attitude of a woman in the initial stages when you getting to know certain people. Trust me, because let's be real. Let's be real.
I like that. Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask you guys, ladies, a simple question. When it comes to things how we're talking about dating, how many of you are gonna split the bill with a guy on the first date?
No.
0.
I'm not. No, you asked me out. Why am I splitting the bill?
Even if I asked you out, you still paying.
Nicholas, how does that work?
When I tell
are you asking me out and making me pay, James?
When I tell you,
but wait, but don't get it twisted. I have no problem covering the bill. That's not what I'm saying.
I cover the tip.
You're a guy. You take me out, or I say I want to go out. You go ahead and you handle that. You put that card down. Now, if I say, baby, let me do this, but I need to know you got that card.
Okay,
that's it.
A lot of men I date want to allow it though.
Okay.
What? Okay. The card?
If I put my card down, they be like, "What are you doing?" They find it as an insult.
Yeah. I don't. If I ask you out on a date, I'm not asking you to pay. Cool. It's nice though if you offer to pay the tip. It's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have tips in UK like that too, so but yeah. Yeah. So anyway, sorry, Jeff. Sorry. Go on.
He lets me pay the tip on his card.
Listen, you can send a cash up Zelle. Don't worry about that. But
don't worry.
Just kidding. Don't send a cash up Zelle.
I'm just saying. Okay, now let's say you guys are going on multiple dates. At some point, are you considering? You know what? Let me help out a little bit on the date. Or you're just gonna expect them to pay for every single meal all the time and not contribute something.
You're courting me.
Say that again.
Yes, you're courting me.
They don't like you.
If you don't have the money to take me out, don't ask to take me out. Like, why are you asking to take me out?
That's a big thing. Men want to date and be in relationships and don't have the funds or the means
You
to
know,
do so.
and you're right, Jay, because I just seen a post where a man was like, why are women gold diggers? And the older gentleman said, well, women are not gold diggers. They're just expensive. They are naturally expensive. So pick a woman within your tax bracket and go with it. They're naturally expensive.
While dating, they're not picking a woman. So they're trying to budget out all the women. And you just have to be on the expensive end.
Listen,
I don't mind paying. I think maybe where Jeff is going to is we want to see a little. We want to.
Jeff, like I said, what the fuck I said.
It's not a paying. It's a little reciprocation.
Reciprocity.
You know what I mean? It's a reciprocity. I look for that because I could do that. It's not that I can't. I can. But I'm looking
tricking
for
if you got it, baby.
You know what I'm saying to you?
So basically, what you're saying is what you're looking for is if this is first date scenario. We on the first date. You're paying.
First date.
No, you're paying, and she's like, okay, let me put the tip.
On the first day, I wouldn't really say
right there.
Nah, I mean, if she did do that, it'd be amazing. I want it to be. Do you know what I'm saying? Even her offering would make me feel like, wow, the fact that you're looking after my coins too. You know what I'm saying to you? That means you care about me. I've already told you, I think women that don't care about your coins, they don't like you.
You're not just looking. You're not looking at me for food.
And they know who they are.
So let me ask you this:
we don't care.
A woman asks you out and she wants to pay for the first date. Do you have an issue?
If she wants to pay.
Yeah, if she goes, I want to take you.
No, I wouldn't do that. I don't think I set the right tone if she's paying.
No, for me, I'll still pay. I actually will pay. Actually,
so when she asks you and y'all together to start washing them dishes and doing the laundry and have her slippers and bath water ran, you all for it, right?
Now, Jay. Jay, no, listen again. No, Jay, say this again. No, say this again. Don't mute, Jay. Come back. Say this again.
Come on.
Go on. Say this again.
Okay. I'm just saying now that the roles have reversed, and you guys are dating, and she's, expecting, you to be at her beck and call, cook some meals, do some laundry, have that thing in there ready when she come home,
Well, listen, do you do those things in your own house?
Oh, God.
Do I do what in my own house?
Do you clean? Do you wash your dishes? Do you wash your clothes? Do you do all those things in your own house?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, well, I think that's very adult of us all to be doing those things. I expect you to continue doing those things as an adult to do those things, and I should do those things too. I don't think I should leave you to have all the house chores and everything. That's not how that's me personally, by the way. I don't believe in that. I believe there's an emotional toll and a mental and a physical toll of doing all that stuff. I'm a firstborn, so I know exactly what it feels like. Doing all of that is energy. You know what I'm saying, Chu? So I wouldn't want to leave you with that to do all of that. Regardless of whether I'm paying the bills, I wouldn't want to leave you with all of that anyway, because I know the toll it takes on an individual. Do you get what I'm saying to you? So yes, I would be doing some of those things. Would I want to run your bath water? Absolutely. Regardless of whether I pay the bills or not. Do I want to be able to take some this day, come and wash the dishes? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying to you? In fact, in my house, I love washing dishes. What I don't like doing is the bathroom. So you can do the bathroom because I love the dishes. I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying to you? That was my own. I can't stand them.
That's why I said me and Coach are a sister, because we be fighting in the house. We both in the kitchen fighting.
The oldest I got stories. As the oldest I got stories, I'd be like cooking.
I want to know, Coach. I want to know. You mentioned all these things you will chip in and help her with doing, right?
Yeah.
Stop.
You want to do all? You going to do all of this and pay 100% of the bills and everything else?
No, I ain't doing that shit.
No, listen, I would still chip in. I say why I would still chip in, because it's naturally what I do anyway.
But why is it chipping in, and why is it helping her?
It's because it's our household, isn't it? So it would be helping her.
No,
if I'm taking a bit of you from Black. That's what she's asking. Why is it helping her?
What's the question?
Why is it helping her?
It's helping her because again, it's taking a load off. It's taking a bit of a load off you. Do you know what I'm saying to you? I already clean my house. I already do those things. So it's a natural thing to do that when I'm in my house. Like if I eat a piece of food, my plate goes in the sink and I wash the plate. It doesn't stay in the sink and be like someone's gonna wash it. These are natural things I do anyway. Do you get what I'm saying to you? So I'm not doing anything outside of my remit of cooking or even cleaning, because I do that all on my own. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So if I'm helping on that aspect, right? yeah, I can still pay the bills and still help in that aspect. I'm not a person that goes, if I paid all the bills, all of a sudden I just go put my feet up and nothing gets happened. You just do everything else. I'm not that kind of person. It's just not me. But again, that's me personally.
So what I'm understanding is that cleaning and maintaining the household is her responsibility.
If you're gonna say, if we're gonna say, if we're gonna say that, yeah. Oh, you're talking about black. Sorry, apologies.
Yeah,
okay.
black.
Black.
Okay. So, I'm gonna say this: everything you do in a relationship or marriage, it's because you want to do it. If I'm being the type of man you want me to be and you need me to be, when you want to make me a meal, when you want to make sure that I come home to a clean place, when you want those things, that I'm taking care of everything, doing everything you want me to do, is that too much to ask for? So I think a lot of the times it's how things are positioned to women that makes you guys cringe, like certain words that trigger you guys. But when you think about it, it's supposed to be, again, I go back to it, a partnership. You want me to pay 100% of the rent or mortgage. And then on top of all of that, use my energy to work hard, be a financial manager, all those things I listed earlier, and cook and clean, help you cook and clean as well. Where is you pouring into me? What is that? Because I'm giving you examples of how I'm pouring into you and into our family. But what are the examples you can give to pour into me? So the problem is that a lot of women say, I'm not that woman. I'm not that woman. I do add value to my man's world. But when I ask questions of how do you add value, or even the question of the way you guys hate the most, what do you bring to the table? With that, I am the table. Well, you don't have an actual answer. So that tells me that you're not the woman who I think you are. I'm not saying anyone here in general. I'm just speaking in general. So if you can't answer those questions, if you can't tell me how you are of value to a relationship, to a household, to a family, then why am I wasting my time? I can tell you how I am. I can tell you what kind of husband I want to be. I can tell you how I will structure things as a leader. I can tell you those things now, but a lot of women can't do that. So that's what I'm saying. People want what they want, and I get that, but they got to understand it's partnership to get to what you want. You can be a great woman to help me get to a place where you don't have to work, you don't have to lift a finger, do anything. And I'm going to remember those times where you held me down, not necessarily financially, but in other ways. So because you did that, now for the rest of your life, you have nothing to worry about because you put the work in to get there. But see, a lot of women want to come in saying, hey, look at me, I'm pretty. What are you going to do for me? That's not going to work over here. It's just not. You got some men that will do that. And you have women that laugh at them too, saying they're tricks, saying, they spin on them all day. No, you can say that about me. But one thing you're going to know about me is that you want to pour into me as I pour into you. If not, I'm gone.
Ain't nothing wrong with tricking.
I mean, you tell me how you're a good employee because you go and you make a check, but that doesn't pour into me. That doesn't pour into the relationship.
It does, because me being good at what I do pours into the mortgage, pours into the bills you're saying you want me to pay 100% of. If I'm not good at what I do, you can't have those things. Not for me. So
well, what if she can do it herself anyway?
I'm sorry. What was that?
So, but what if she's capable of doing that herself anyway?
We all are.
Yeah. So
we all are.
But
so that's why I say I don't understand what the issue is, even if someone is saying 50-50, because you're not paying 50% of what you would normally have to pay by yourself. It's still some weight being lifted off your shoulder. But no, you want all the weight lifted off, and then you add the weight onto him. Not to mention that he has to hear your problems. Not to mention he has to solve the problems you need for him to solve. And do all of this being the ideal man. Some of you guys may feel like, I don't need my man to do all of this. Women's mindsets and needs and desires change throughout the relationship. A man has to be able to keep up with those changes. So because of that, we're on constant all the time. So what I'm saying is that just pouring into me as much as I pour into you is, I don't think that's unfair.
Can I give you 100?
Hold on, Black, you're just simply saying lighten each other's load. That's it. Is lighten each other's load. I don't see what the problem is.
It shouldn't be one way. It just shouldn't. But if it is, if it is one way, like financially.
Yes, co-host. Yes, co-host. Go for it, co-host. Yes, Jay. No, you're the co-host.
I'm just trying to figure out how is it one way. If you're, that's a finance. You're asking we're asking for the financial burden to be like lightened up.
A provider.
Right.
For a provider. Yeah.
I think
And let's be 100. I'm sorry.
She's not bringing to you because you have to contribute to the house that you also live in. The space that you should keep clean as well, because as a real man, you should be having your house clean.
Wait a minute. Wait. So you're saying I should be doing equal
Wait,
work in that?
wait, Black, before you jump, let her land that plane. We need to know what she actually said, because we needed to land that plane and crash it. Land that plane and crash that
I'm just
plane.
going to figure out, because it's not like if she has her own, because the whole statement was she's a real man is taking care of the bills while she has her own. That means she's still going out day to day to provide for her own as well. She's out there in the field doing her thing or whatever. She's working her profession and whatever and stuff like that. So when she comes home, she's just supposed to cook, clean, be ready for you whenever, all this stuff, take care of the kids, do all these things while you just kick your feet up because you got to get ready to go back to work. What?
No, I didn't say that at all.
Oh,
So now
right.
you're saying, now you're giving a perspective of a woman's doing 50% of the work. If she's doing 50% of the work, now we're talking about partnership. We're talking about ideal partnership. Because, okay, I can't expect her to want to do things any more than I want to do things after a long day of work.
I think you're missing something, Black.
So I get that.
You
So we're
both
talking.
work.
My understanding is that if we're both working, what are you contributing to the family? What are you putting back into the family? I still haven't had an answer to that yet. Maybe if I have an answer to that, maybe we can come to find some common ground. But I haven't heard that yet.
She is the family.
She's organizing the house. She's organizing bills. She organizing what you need. She organizing what the kids need. She's taking care of making sure the kids, like, she's still, even though, yeah, we say the man is the head of the household, but honestly, it's truly the woman, because she's the one that's making sure those little tiny things that men always forget about, they're taking care of.
Okay.
All you're doing, so you're both working. You're paying the bills, right? You're paying the bills. So you're both working. You're paying the bills. She's literally operating the house and everything else that moves around there. And your question is, why should you not contribute also to making things rotate in there? Or it's still all her responsibility? She does everything you do plus what she does, and you want to know what she brings to the table?
Okay. I did mention this earlier that y'all weren't gonna like me tonight. I'm sorry, but that does not equate to what I do on a day-to-day basis. I'm sorry. What you can do is you can come up with a plan, and we can work that plan out. When you come up with the plan, that can be a day. You want to say a day, a plan to manage the house, how we're gonna do a day-to-day, and work that plan out together. That's fine. But what you're saying, doing every day, it won't be such a big task because you're there every day. If you're not working, you're not working. If you are working, your finances are going to your pocketbook, your handbags, and your girls' trips and everything that don't have anything to do with it, man. But because you take care of the house, I'm going to be okay with it. No, it doesn't work that way.
Well, it sounds the same way, because it sounds the same way as you saying, because I'm paying all the bills, I don't have to live in this house. It sounds the same.
Exactly. So I'm saying it can't be one way extreme for anyone. It can't be all on me, and you can't have all the fun. Okay?
It's not like ego.
It's not. It's not ego at all. It's about partnership, and I keep leaning back to that. And you guys are twisting some things.
No. I got where you're coming from. And
I think you say you're gonna be the enemy tonight. I don't know why you're making surprise.
You missed the beginning before the
He
panel.
said y'all ain't gonna like me tonight. I don't know why you feeling surprised getting attacked.
Because he must have missed the panel. He missed what I was saying before the panel came on too. Because you keep saying that you didn't hear the partnership. I talked about partnership.
I didn't hear. Yeah. When y'all on, I don't come on until it's time to come on.
I know. So that's the thing. That's why I kept making crazy faces every time you was talking about this partnership and stuff like that. Because we both, as men and women, I'm gonna let C-Way talk because she hasn't yet. But as men and women, we are both a little bit delusional when we walk into relationships like this, thinking that one person's just going to be responsible for 100% of whatever it is. We're a team. We're a unit. We're now one. So we have to divide this whole 100% However, it has to be divided between the two of us. And it's always best that if you're good at this, this is what you should be doing. You know what I'm saying? If she's good at managing the finances, but you're good at making the money, maybe you just need to make the money, bring her the finances, and let her do what she does.
Mm-hmm.
If you're good at washing the dishes as a man, then wash your dishes as the man. If she's going to cook, you can wash.
Mm-hmm.
This is a thing that we have to discuss as we define what this relationship is going to look like moving forward. So we have to sit down and have a whole game plan together as a unit on how we're going to execute and get the championship done. Period. Hey, Seaway, how you doing, sis?
Interesting.
Who on this panel is married?
Well, not me.
You and Seaway.
Oh, just us two? Okay. The women.
Mm-hmm.
And then one last thing. Hold up, efficiently on the cut. We was giving her hell on the show for saying my job and your job is not the same.
We're gonna be married soon.
Come up here.
Yeah, the men gonna be married soon. Don't worry about it. You know. Sorry, Seaway. Anyway, welcome to the show, Seaway. The question we were asking, which has been a very explorative conversation, was real men pay all the bills and let their women keep theirs. I wanted to get your perspective, your thoughts on that title, and your perspective as well. Please let her land, guys, and then we can open it up again to talk again.
Now, I hate questions without nuance, right? And so I know, and you love these questions without nuance. So they get the people going. So I get why you do it. Now, do real men pay the bills? I don't like that question because I think men can be in different stages of their life where that may not be plausible, especially in, Orange Man's 2025 economy. It may not be plausible. I don't want to say that that's not a real man. But what I will say is real men seek to lighten their woman's load, and real men seek to take care of the woman they're with to the best of their ability. And that's what I would say. That's what a real man does. And if he has the ability to pay all the bills, I think a real man will. I think there's a lot of men who make a lot of money, very stingy and wouldn't do anything for you. And there's some men that don't have a lot of money and they'll give you what they can to lighten your load, whether that's taking on a couple of the bills that are normally yours just to lighten your load. So that's what I would say. That's definitely what I would say. I think a man looks to make Deg Satu down. Yeah, a man wants to make his girl's life easier. Seeks to take care of you. I think that's important.
I love that. Now I hadn't heard from Diona much and Jeff. I'm gonna go to J Mills after. So Diona first, Jeff, and then we'll leave it uninterrupted. We'll let you guys have some thoughts. What have you been hearing, Diona, from the panel? I know there was a bit of an engagement that was going on, and there was some conversation was going on. What were your thoughts? What was going through your mind?
Something is like y'all was doing things based off of theory instead of like y'all experiences. So like Black was saying, he was saying, girls think they could just come in the picture, think they look cute. And it's like, I don't know any female that thinks like that. And I know people may look at people exterior and judge them and be like, oh, she thinks she's this and that until you get to know a person. But it's like, I don't be around females that be like, oh, since I'm cute, he gonna give me everything I want. Like, that's not realistic. That's delusional. So I think when it comes to dating, of course, it's not going to be a man giving, 100%. Of course, he's trying to fill you out. He's trying to basically, see if you're the right type tempo for them. And once he do confirm that, then it's like, all right, he's taking care of everything. Because at the end of the day, the man it's nothing that turns a woman on more than a provider. Like a provider turns a woman on naturally. So at the end of the day, they usually pay for, the bills. And the women do contribute when it comes to the household, things you need for the household, or little electric bill or water bill and kid stuff. But yeah, real men, I think, pay the big tab.
How would you? Jeff, as you've been hearing the conversation, been hearing the dialogue, what's your thoughts on this, man?
All I just think is that there's a lid for every pot. And it's just a matter of just teamwork at the end of the day. And I do agree that a man wants and desires to want to lighten the load for his woman that he loves, financially even as well too. So it's just knowing what your means are, know what the situation is, and have a goal and a strategy to get there and work together accordingly. And how both people run the household is how they run the household. That's it. That's it for me.
Okay, fantastic. J Mills, I know you was slipping in one or two things in there. As you were hearing the conversation that was going back and forth, you know, wanted to hear a bit more of extended thoughts from yourself. What were you trying to put into the conversation, the atmosphere?
I think Seaway made a lot of valid points. Everybody contributes differently, and it depends on the dynamics of the relationship. But again, striving, if someone should strive to put in 100%. I know individuals who come off the back swinging saying, oh, 50 this, 50-50 that, or whatever the case is. Okay, well, you 50-50 want a roommate, and you want to 50-50 go get talked to whoever I want to talk to in a 50-50 manner. So I think there's, like you said, it's a turn on for men to do that. It's a level of respect that is given to those who can do that. And again, what Black was mentioning, it's about the caliber of women that you're talking to, for why you think some women would come in with a high demand of what they expect or what they should be treated. And there's nothing wrong with that, because if you had a daughter or whatnot, you would want her to be raised to be able to hold her own, but also to want a man who can provide or, you know, take the place of who you were to her. You know what I'm saying? So that's just where I'm at with it for now.
Okay, I definitely hear you. So let me throw a spanner in the works. I'm gonna put a spanner in the works. Yes. So sometimes when I hear this conversation, it sounds very obligatory. Okay, from the lady side specifically, it sounds very obligatory. You know, this is an obligation of a man, and when we talk about obligation, meaning almost there's no choice. It's what you have to do, right? Now, ladies, I don't need to say yes or no, but would you say that this is an obligation of a man to pay the bills? You just nod your heads. Would you say it's an obligation of a man to pay the bills? That it's his obligation to pay the bills.
Are we allowed to answer verbally or just not?
Yes, just say. You can say yes. You can say yes or no. Is it an obligation?
No.
For the man to pay the bill? It's not an obligation.
It requires a response, but no.
Okay. J Mills, is it an obligation for a man to pay the bills?
I don't know if I like the word obligation, and that's probably why us was just looking like.
No, go on now. No, go on now.
They're coming back.
That's what it is.
Okay, you don't like the word. Okay, cool. Diona, you were shaking your head as well too. You don't like the word obligation, that a man is obligated to pay the bills?
Yeah, I don't like obligation. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. What are you here for? It's like,
no, like, you can't say that. No, you can't say no, I don't like obligation and then say, what are you here for?
No, it's like it's like, come on, like, we are a unit now. All right, the unit, head usually pay for the, like, why are we even playing dumb? Like, you paying the bills. Like, I don't know, why is there even a question?
I'm not mad at it. Listen, I'm not mad at it. I'm saying that when the conversation gets had, right, from this perspective, because we're going to talk about this.
If I gotta pay the bills, you ain't living in this house.
Oh, so when it switched roles, we can't live with you.
I didn't say we. I said me.
No.
I said me.
Okay. You're not saying it now. The ladies are showing us they don't like us. I told you they don't like you.
It's not that. All right,
They don't like us. They don't like us.
Rephrase it. No, rephrase. I'm going to give you a chance to rephrase it because that was hard.
I get what you're saying though, because I'm not signing up for another kid or for a dependent. I get where she's going with that. Like,
I don't want another child. Like, why are you living under, like, why am I paying the bills? Why am I working, paying the bills, and you're working, and then you're just sitting in front of the TV playing video games? Like, what? It's like, no, like, I see Black conjuring up some stuff, but listen, hear me out. I don't, first of all, it doesn't turn me on to have a man not provide. Like, that's something that's just naturally a turn on, I guess, for me. So if you're not providing or protecting or doing any of those things, what is, I'm not wasting my time with that. Like, if you can't pay these bills, then it's like, I'm not the caliber for you.
I'm not mad at it. Again, I'm not mad at it, Jonah. I'm not even disagreeing. Okay. And thank you for telling us the honest truth. You can't even be turned on. You said it's like having a dependent. You can't be turned on. At this point, it is an obligation. What you just said is an obligation. If you're not going to be turned on and you think I'm going to be a child if you pay the bills, then it is an obligation. I haven't got a choice. This is something I have to do. It's a duty.
Choice is your choice. No, that's your choice.
Yes, you are.
Your choice is whether you want to engage in that relationship. I would never, and the reason why I don't like obligation is I don't want to be with a man that is doing it out of force or obligation. And that's why I don't like that word. I think as a woman, you only want to be with a man that finds joy in providing, finds joy in the joy that you have. He finds joy in seeing you finally relax and sit back and have peace. That's what you want. If you're with a man that is doing it because y'all had to have a tough conversation, you need to do X, Y, and Z, I think you're going to be quite miserable. I would never suggest that. If a man feels like taking care of you or helping you or lightening your load is an obligation, run. Now, if he feels internally obligated, I mean, that's on him, but you don't want it to feel like an external obligation. It's not going to be a happy household.
I'm not against it. I really ain't. Listen, I'm not even fighting you on those points. I'm with you. I agree. You know what I'm saying to you? I'm with it. I'm just asking the question about obligation because anything you guys have said has not dissuaded that point about it being an obligation, because you wouldn't be able to submit. You wouldn't be able, you feel like you have a child and you won't be turned on. Nothing you've said here is anything less than an obligation. So here's why I set that up. So I need to ask this question of the ladies.
No, hold up.
If I'm obligated to pay some bills.
Hold up.
Yes, Jay. Sorry. Huh? So my bad, Jay. Jay. Are we obligated? Are we obligated? Because you saw the setup. That's the problem. You know what I mean? That's what I seen the setup. Because you saw my setup.
And the crazy part
you knew
about
I was going.
The answer is going to be, here's my answer. Whoever signs them contracts with the phone company, the mortgage people, the lender, all that, you're obligated. I don't give a what you say. So if you're the man who decided that you wanted to sign up and sign for that mortgage, that loan, that the phone bill, whatever, you're now obligated. Yes. You signed that contract.
Yes. We are legally bound. So
yes. I do. Yes.
You know what I'm going, Jay, already. So I want to know, what are you obligated for, ladies? Because I want to know that. Because if I start saying to the man them and say, hey, brother, since the girls are telling us they get turned off and they think they were kids if they have to pay the bills, are you now saying you're a child too? Because I have to take care of you. If I have to pay all the bills and you want to just not be paying the bills, are you a child and are you a dependent? I mean, is that what we're saying?
Dependent, maybe child.
Women.
Yeah,
but dependent. I mean,
I gotta pay the bills.
If you're obligated to pay those bills because you signed a contract, but you're not per se obligated to pay those bills for me. So that's a different level of things. So when you're obligated to pay those bills because you've contracted with those companies, you're not asking me what I'm obligated to you for, because at that point, what are you obligated to me for? That's your question. What are you obligated to?
It must be one of my head. It went over my head. Say it again. I promise you, I was listening, but it was going over my head. I was listening, but it was just going. I know you're making a point, but it just went over my head. So sorry, apologies. I was listening, but it went over my head. Say it again. Sorry.
You contracted with the company for those bills, so you're obligated to pay those bills to the company. You're not obligated per se to pay those bills for me. So what, as you're asking me, what am I obligated to you for? What are you obligated to me for?
Okay. So here's how I'm obligated to you. If I don't do it, somebody said, I'm going to look like a child to them. Number two, if I don't do it, I don't get a soft, submissive woman. Number three, we also know that the riverbed is going to dry up too as well. Okay, so at this point, I'm obligated. There is nothing because I ain't gonna get nothing out of you.
But it goes back to the right point. You're internally obligated.
No, because if I love you and I care about you and I want you, right? And I'm assuming that you want me. I'm assuming because some of you, I don't know if you want the person who just want the bills, but you know, I want you and you want me. Yeah, you know, I'm obligated to you. You know, because if I'm going to get a soft, submissive, somebody even said that wrong. They know, yeah, Jay, you. I'm going to struggle to be submissive. Yeah, you're going to struggle. And I said, wait, because of bills, you're going to struggle to be submissive? Then now I am obligated now. I'm obligated to make sure I pay the bills to get the best out of you.
Because now I'll be homeless. Obligated to you too. I'll be homeless. I'd have no cable, no Real Housewives of Atlanta, you know. No. Now
She's also obligated to be submissive according to her words.
What?
That one came out quick.
He was like, "Ooh." She froze in time. Okay, so sorry. Yes, my question is: so, what are the ladies obligated to? Even if it's not said out loud, what are you obligated to?
I mean, isn't it crazy that we have these conversations and we don't even think about how all the women who are mothers in marriages feel obligated to risk their lives, not 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times? And women don't even talk about that. We don't have panels like, are men obligated to risk their lives? You know what I'm saying? Like, because we already know that it's never going to be the same. You know, we literally have 1 good week a month. We have 1 good week a month, a lot of us, okay? We be going through it internally and we be obligated to have a nice attitude. Yeah, we may falter a week. We may have a bad attitude for a week. Maybe we do, but we have to function, be whole humans while we are going through it. We also, I feel like a lot of good women are obligated to make their man's life easier, whether that's like mental support, encouragement, you know, making his life easier so he can go out there and do the things that we want done. I think it's a lot of like just unsaid things. Everything is not about like household chores and money. You know what I mean? Like it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. I think we're supposed to be making each other's life easier. That's why married men are higher earners than single men. Because they have good women in their lives that are holding them down. It's not just being their secretaries. It's not just being their housekeepers. It's being their motivator, being their pusher, being their confidant, being the people they can bounce stuff off of. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what we're obligated to do. When I be talking about obligations, I don't be talking about household chores. You can pay somebody to do that if you don't want to do that.
That's true.
I think that's what it's all about.
I think that's true. I would say that, you know, and add to what you're saying about the men, you know, who are married and go on to be better. I'm going to tell you that it's partly you, but it's partly not you. I'm going to tell you the truth. Okay, those men are successful because you are a motivating factor. Because men, and this is something that happens in dynamics of relationships, we are motivated to give. So we need something to give to. You are the vessel that needs to be given to. So it is you, and it's not you, because really is partly us and it's partly you. Is that we need something to give to that inspires us to want to do more. But you're absolutely right. Having a safe base, having somebody that you love and care about, who supports you and encourages you, who can spoil you, not just take all your money and spend it. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. But no, I'm being facetious. But yeah, I definitely hear you on that. You're right. A good, secure, married man, he does make more money. This is proven. It's not something we're going to debate about. So yes, women have a wonderful place in actually being able to help us to maneuver us in that particular space. I won't fight you on that. Okay,
and I think you are right. Men do go harder if they have somebody they feel like they need to take care of. And that's why I go back to a man that you really want is going hard because he wants to take care of you. He wants to provide for you. He's actually motivated by having his family there a wife that can sit back. I love the dudes that love strong women, and they're like, you know what? I picked a really strong woman, and look, she can chill now. She can actually like lay back now. You know what I mean? And those make the best marriages, not the women who are mooches, but like the women that were literally going out there and they were getting it, and they found a really good man, and they can relax a little bit. Cause it's a whole new world. It's a completely, they can turn their brain off a little bit, you know? Women deserve that. We deserve that.
But Seaway, you said something about mooches, right? Because the so-called mooches, these women are picking guys that they don't like.
Right.
They're picking guys they really don't like. That's why they basically see them as food. So
right.
That's why this is where the concept of obligations come in. Because if I'm in a healthy relationship, there is no way I'm gonna feel like if I'm doing what I gotta do for my wife, for my girl, for someone that I love, I don't feel like I'm obligated to do it. I do it because I love her. That is it. That is it. But too often than not, the word obligation comes in where you're picking someone that you don't like and then you want to use for your own benefit.
But why do you think those men pick those women? Because I think I think we're gonna have to have a real conversation, right?
Yeah.
None of this is charity. Women are picking men that they don't like because they want the money, right? But these men are picking women that they could never get because they want to use their money to get them. And that is how these two fools end up together. The person who is taking money and the man that was probably a bum, a loser, a nerd, fat, wobbly, sick, I don't know, whatever he got going on. He got a little coin. I'm just saying, they always, or old past his prime, erectile dysfunction, whatever it may be. They're using all of those things to get a baddie they could never pull. There's no victims in this world hardly. Yeah, I mean, there's a victim or two. You know, Edmund's definitely a victim of Love is Blind. But usually when you see these people talk about, oh, the girl's just using him for his money, you think he a goofy? You think he got money being a goofy? He know what he's doing. They could never pull these girls. They want to be used. Don't feel bad for them.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes, Black.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to Seaway. Seaway, thank you. You're saying exactly the same thing that I'm saying. I've been saying this whole time. I even said that there are women who out there who do this. I have had my own personal experience. I dated someone for 2 weeks, and they asked me to pay their phone bill. They asked me to pay their light bill. So it's like, why am I doing that? You know, it doesn't make any sense. So my thing is that the logical approach to it, for me at least, and on my own, man, I don't do anything out of obligation. I do it because I want to. I'm dating you because I want to. I'll spend money on you that I spend because I want to. What makes me want to is how you are, what type of woman you are to me. If it's on obligation, I feel like that's pretty much checking a box. You're not doing it because there's no heart behind it. I want to put heart in everything I do for my woman. If that's me paying 100% of the bills, if that's me building her a new home or buying her a new car, if it's all me, it's because I want to do it, not because I have a title, not because I'm obligated. It's because of the woman who you are to me. Makes me want to do those things to you. And see, I appreciate you saying it. That's it.
Thanks, Seaway. And to add to that point, like, as guys, as me, I do what I do. Yeah, I have, my character is to give out of love, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be gullible. That doesn't mean I'm just going to allow somebody in my life to take advantage of me. And obviously, yes, there's accountability for who we choose, but then also we have to be mindful of who we are choosing and why we're choosing them. So I'm definitely not going to be picking somebody who I know doesn't like me, because it's going to show in their behavior, and their perception of me is going to determine how they see me and how they will treat me. Therefore, guys have to pick women that like them as much as they like them. That's how I just kind of see it.
So she shot her shot at Black. She missed with the phone bill. Okay, fine, whatever.
What?
Life goes on. She's
I
not
mean,
gonna tell you
yeah,
good
you know,
no.
but then how would you know if he's a provider
How
or if
you?
he has a willing, giving heart? You know, she was testing you the waters for marriage or whatnot. But
She don't know this guy and is asking him to pay the phone bill.
And that's how women block. And that's how women block their own blessings. I mean, there's so many young women that I be wanting to help. It's like you guys are coming out the gate just looking like y'all are unloved. Why are you asking for a man that you barely know to pay your phone bill? You're honestly looking. You sound like a streetwalker. You can't just come out there with stuff like that. You gotta ease into it. Ease into it. These people be trying to have these men pay their phone bill, their electricity bill at a house that they don't live in. They just too obvious.
Like, I got a question.
So you know, go on.
All right.
The girl you dated for 2 weeks that asked you to pay that phone bill, did you hit?
And he's gonna ask that question too. I knew he was gonna ask.
I knew it was coming too.
You're a better man than me.
Okay.
I did not. No, I didn't say I paid it. I didn't say I paid it. I said she asked me to pay it. Okay. So that was it. At that point, that was it. Okay. So for me, it's more so about what I poured in you, what you poured in me, and for me to get to that level where I want to pay a bill for you. Point blank. I don't mind paying bills. I don't mind doing those things, but again, it has to be something about you as the woman that makes me want to do that. I'm not talking about something outside of just physical. You know, how do you pour into me? So I sit back and I watch and I pay attention, and I make the determination whether or not this is a situation I want to be in or not, and I make the decision.
So you wasn't interested in paying it because she asked you. So let's say you're talking to her and you're obviously you like her and you're watching her struggle. Would you have volunteered to pay it if she alluded or you observed that she needed a little bit of assistance?
No.
Okay.
After 2 weeks, yeah, I definitely ain't paying you.
Yeah, so here's the thing.
Why not married people asking for people to pay your bills?
Exactly.
Because I said already, like, some of you people, they don't like us.
They don't like.
I don't understand that.
Yes, it's a resource and a tool. Yes, Gianna, you don't go for it. Sorry, Gianna, go on.
Oh no, I just that whole you don't like. I don't understand that. I'm not dating somebody I don't like. I don't understand when y'all say that they don't like us. I don't. But I get it. Some girls need money, and that's the way to get it. To be honest, that's prostitution in my eyes. But it is what it is.
I always tell you shouldn't be dating or you talking to somebody who can't do nothing for you. Then why are you talking to them? If you're hard up and you talking to somebody and they can't do it for you, then why are you talking to them?
You should, first of all, you should evaluate that by just looking at the guy and seeing what his assets is. Obviously, you should know firsthand when you date a guy what type of caliber of guy that is. Like, you should know that automatically. So when you know what type of caliber of guy you're dating, you should know what he's already capable of. So I shouldn't have to ask him for anything straight off the bat because I know he got it regardless. Now, let's see how he's going to play his way on how he courts me. Basically. So like when we going on dates and stuff, let's see how he courts, what he paid for, what restaurants he pick and stuff like that. But I would never straight off the gate ask a man. I feel like I would be a beggar, to be honest. My pride would be hurt.
Ooh, that's why I like you. You see? That's why I like you.
No, seriously, I feel like a beggar. My pride would be hurt.
Top that.
We don't cry, we don't beg here. You understand what I'm saying to you? We don't cry, we don't beg here. This is important information. No, but real spit though, I think there are users in there are user men, there are user women, right? This is the reality of life. But Black, I definitely heard, there's people do little cheeky things. Like I said, I always think it's an indication someone doesn't like you, innit? You know what I mean? Like, you ever heard a girl like, I ain't leaving my house unless someone's paying me to leave my house?
That too. Like, you came for a time, definitely.
No, I'm cutting you off because you never said that to the guy that you like. You only said that to the guy that you know that you don't really like. You ain't
the
said
man that I like is paying to take me out.
Already, you out the door. You never needed an incentive to get to the house.
There you go, Joe.
Yeah.
Don't you notice that for some girls will create boundaries for the guys that they don't like and break the boundaries for the guys that they do like.
Because
I ain't breaking no boundaries.
They break some boundaries for you. You said
I ain't breaking no boundaries.
You called me at 10:15. It's okay.
I don't give a damn.
Look, I'm just saying, in a healthy relationship.
You're right. It's fact.
I'm just saying.
You know, you're right. You're right.
I'm just saying, in a healthy relationship, I'm just saying, in a healthy relationship, you're trying to be of use to each other. In an unhealthy relationship, you're trying to use each other.
Oh, why be in that relationship? I don't know.
I think someone mentioned it earlier. You guys were talking about the first dates. Who pays for the first dates?
He do.
You of course, I agree.
Yeah.
But if you want to play games with me and pull out your wallet as if you want to pay, I'm gonna let you pay.
Now that's a problem. Yo, Jojo said that you offer. That's crazy. Now that's a problem.
If you don't really want to pay, don't reach for your wallet like you want to. Why are we playing those type of games? Because when I say yes, the surprised look on your face, this is gonna be everything I need to know. Thank you for the meal. You have a good one. You're not gonna return my calls. I'm not gonna answer yours.
Yo,
don't play games.
Hey, he wilding. That's not me, man.
Yeah, he wilding.
Why offer though? Why are they offering? They're offering because they want you to say no, right? Because the second you say yes, then now you're the guy.
No, the second you say yes and I pay the bill, that's the last time you ever speaking to me. The fuck?
Exactly.
We not talking no more.
And that's the last time I'll be with someone who wants to play games with me.
That's not playing games. Oh my God.
Don't offer something you're not willing to give. That's just like me saying, I'm going to offer to buy you a house or even something small. I say, okay, I'm going to buy you flowers on Friday. I tell you that I'm going to surprise you with, I'm not surprised, but I'm going to give you flowers on Friday. Then Friday comes and I don't do it. I pump fake you. I'm playing games with you.
Strike one. Strike one. You get three.
Don't fake me, you get blocked.
So yeah, exactly, right? Deservingly so. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm saying I don't have time for those games. So if a woman wants to block me because I said yes to her paying the bill, I want her to block me because she's playing games. If you want to pay the bill and I say yes and you actually pay the bill and you still want to continue to converse with me, okay, cool. I will make a mental note that you did that on the first date. And now that puts you on another level. That puts you on another level with me if you do that and we're still able to communicate. But that doesn't mean that that's what I'm going to always ask you to do. And we're talking about one meal. Although it is the first date, we're still considering it. It's just one meal. Now I can see if it was been 4 or 5 dates in a row that you had to come out of your pocket with. I get that. We're talking about one meal. Where is the value that you're looking for in that man? Because now it's becoming more financial. So why would you think I couldn't afford a $50 meal if you're paying for it? Like,
I think that's just the female's manners on how she was raised. I mean, some females be like, do you want, listen, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I never did the shit. So I don't know how I was just playing devil's advocate.
What's understood does not need to be explained. If I ask you to come out on a date with me, I'm not expecting you to pay.
Hell yeah.
You guys say this unanimously that you invited me out on a date. Well, you were expecting me to pay. If I did that, don't reach for your wallet.
I'll pay for the tip though.
So let me ask you that. Let me ask you about the caliber of dates. So if you asking a girl out, are you asking out to dinner, movies, just a coffee, a walk in the park because it's free? Like, does that say something here as well?
No, I definitely
and get away.
I definitely want food to be a part of the date for sure. I have to feed my date. I like to do something fun, something that's exciting, something that's going to be memorable on the date, because I'm pretty sure whoever I'm dating is going to be more than likely talking to someone else. So I have to make our date memorable. And so doing something memorable, doing something exciting, and then making sure I cap it off with a dinner.
He's trying to make sure he get bumped up to the top of the list. I see you. Okay.
I mean, as a man, I should be. Why am I not trying to do that? If I know we're in an era now where people are dating multiple people, and I know I'm in competition, or if I know I really like you, I'm going to have to do something to stand out. Same thing a woman is going to have to do. You have to do something to stand out. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the fact that you can cook. I appreciate the fact you can clean. I appreciate those things. But there are tons of other women who can do that. What stands out about you? What makes you special? What's going to make me say, I'm not going to let this one go?
So when she offered to pay for the date, that just take us to the bottom of the list?
Yeah, yes.
That made her stand out completely.
So here's the thing. I will say this: it doesn't take you to the bottom of the list, okay? But what it does is it tells me either one, you're the type of woman who doesn't care about money to the point where I'll pay for the first date, or you're a woman who wants to play around and fake pump with your wallet. The fake pumps I don't like, I don't respect. If a woman pays for that first meal, chances are she got to pay for another one. Because now I see that she doesn't mind doing it. It's not so much you have to do it, but you don't mind doing it. You see something in me that says, I'm worth a meal. So after that, you're going to be surprised about what's going to open up for you. Like see what I was saying, a lot of women, sometimes you guys block your blessings because you're so focused on the financial. What can you do for me? What can you do for me? It's about what you do for each other. It is a partnership. So once I see that, I'm cool with you.
I think they're blocking their blessing by paying for you at all. That's blocking their blessing. Why are they paying for something?
I agree.
Two things
we're talking about the pump. I don't know if you missed that part, C-Way.
Yeah, no, I heard the pump fake. The pump fake is annoying. I went off on what was it? What was I talking about? The lady, the man who came on TikTok and he said he broke up with a lady because she snuck and put her card down when he went to the bathroom.
I seen that. I seen that.
What a blessing.
I was just like,
who is she? Let me find her.
I was like, women, we gotta stop doing that. That made me so mad. That made me so mad. Right now.
I think it's very sexy to actually put thought into a date, like how you're saying, I want to do something fun, I want to have a meal. I think that is like a very attractive feature for a man to actually put some thought into a date. The second part, y'all talk so much I don't even remember. Continue.
I was say, I know Deanna said this is not her. She ain't never did it, but the y'all ladies out there that is doing that stuff, like just to see what his reaction is going to be, that's wild to me. Because like the lady who snuck her card, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. If you're gonna pay for the date, you're gonna pay for the date. It's not, you do not have to announce, do you want me to do it? If you're asking me, do you want me to do it, I already know you want me to say no or whatever and stuff. Like I already know the answer you're looking for. But a person that wants to do it is just going to do it first and foremost. To let that man establish the relationship on the first date, at least, you know what I'm saying? Let him lead. Let him show you what he's capable of or whatever. If he is a man like Black, you know he going to pull out a well thought out date. Now, men, if you are dating above your means and doing the most on the first date, that you setting yourself up for failure, baby. Don't do that because you got to keep up whatever you started in the beginning. So if you want to set a high precedence that high, you want to take her to the most finest restaurant and all that stuff like that. Hey, I'm not mad at you. However, your bank account might be, especially in the years to come. So,
hey, you're preaching. You're preaching. I mean,
I'm just saying this is like going both ways. Again, we have to be out of our delulu, men and women, while we are doing these things. Women, I'm gonna let y'all know, women create a whole scenario based off of that first date.
Before the first date.
On that first date, she's gonna create a whole scenario of based off of how you treating her. And if you don't want a woman that's just out there for your finances, stop throwing that all in her face all day long, because that's what she's creating in her head. Oh, this man is going to do whatever because this is what he done for me off the rip. Now you do need to show her, if this is a lady that you are actually interested in, you do need to show her that she is something of value. So you might have to do a little extreme. You know what I'm saying? Something that's a little different
that's fair.
From the norm of what you normally would do for all your chicks, but stay within your means, brother. Like, have something to work up to, aspire to.
So in the past, I can't recall, I may or may not have thrown a card out there to make a statement.
I done that too. I ain't gonna lie, I did that too.
I love the statement. I love
it. Statement is, you know what I'm saying, don't ever trip. I got me, and I got the ability to have whoever I want to have, and you're here not because I need you, but because clearly I want you, because I clearly can do this on my own. So
maybe, and I'm telling you, I'm clearly gonna order what I want off this menu.
You play games. You play games.
You can pay for a drink.
Ain't nothing about that.
In 2025, ladies, do not do that. They gonna think you a big mama. Do not do that.
Jay knows was using dark cards because whatever that man
put your card in your wallet and leave it there. You can buy that man a shot.
I only do that when they try to flex it, trying to make it seem like you don't have the same. I hate that. Don't try to downplay somebody just based off of whatever notion you perceive off of with the looks. I hate that. So that's the only reason why I did that. Like you not me and you the same caliber, baby. You pull out your Express, I got mine. Black card, I got mine, baby. We doing the same.
I get that, but I would let him think I'm broke. Honestly, we washing dishes in the back. You better get it. I'm not competing with this.
I guess you're washing dishes.
I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm whatever you say I am. I'm in the back. We both know that
knows what I expect. You hear me? After I put that car down, I know what I expect. Drop them draws. Let's go.
Oh shit.
Hallelujah.
Jay,
you see the obligation there? I like that obligation. You see that? That's an obligation I can work with as a husband.
On the table. I said it last week. If I put this card on the table, exactly. Better be big on the table. I'm not playing. Mama. And I expect some money back if it ain't promising us.
You know what? I got a question for the men. This is the part I don't understand. So why do y'all pick females that y'all know is money hungry? And you can't tell me that y'all don't know who is money hungry and who's not. Like, why do y'all choose them type of females? Like, y'all go off of, oh, she got a nice body, you know, she look good, you know. Why are y'all doing it just based off of that? Because obviously, if you were a man, you should know just by looking at the first glance what was she about. So why go after that anyway?
IG models.
Basically, yeah.
I never had one, to be honest, but if I was
because I'm going off of what Black was saying earlier. He felt like the girls are coming in a situation, oh, you gotta spend money on me, you gotta do this, that, and we already know what type of group these girls are in. Why are you invading that group and trying to pick one from that?
So
you had her in her McDonald's uniform, remember?
And then they try to change them, like, oh, she been wearing booty shorts, her cheeks out, and all of a sudden she get in a situation with you want to change. Like, nah, that's been her. That's gonna be her. Like, I don't understand that with men.
Well, Black,
okay,
answering it.
So I'll give you this is the scenario that I was in. It's not as so simple to say that you can tell someone who's asking for money. She hit me with that out of nowhere. Everything else was fine. She didn't put up any type of red flags or anything like that. And that happened some years ago. And to that point, I'm not that guy anymore. You know, I can see things. I know what questions to ask. I know how to see how someone is before we even get to that first date. So I'm a better man now.
How much money
so I don't have those issues.
Whatever. Or this was a continue. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to really interrupt, but it's a little context I need. How much money was this that she asked for? Was this the first time she asked for money, or is this a repetitive thing she was doing?
£20.
Oh, it was one time, and it was within 2 weeks of us talking. So this is a situation we weren't necessarily talking every day. This is just us talking. We weren't in a relationship, just talking. So when she asked for it,
I'm trying to figure out in 2 weeks how was you supposed to see the red flags?
Yeah, I couldn't see.
I want to know what attracted. What made him? Never mind.
What made me what?
Nothing.
So I recently saw a video of a young lady who's.
Cliffhanger.
Listen, you got to.
Oh boy.
What I would say is, me personally, if you start asking for any type of money earlier on in that interactions, and I mean, you can ask for $1 and £1. I promise you now, I'm gonna look at you like a user. I'm thinking to myself, you're starting me out slow because you can take me big. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, that's my thought process. Things do happen though. You know what I mean? Like, real people do have things. Like, if I know you already, that's different. But if I don't know you from Adam, you asking me for money, a pound or $1, I'm looking at you some way. I'm like, you got that usury spirit in you, you know, or your life is out of order financially, and you haven't got good a good discipline of your money management. Because people generally, they're not trying to use you, they got bad money management and they're really in a bad place. I might give you that money, but you ain't see me again. Like, I'm that kind of person too. Like, okay, do you know what? Maybe you need it. I'll give you the money, but I just can't be around you no more. Like, my one and done is that I'm out.
You turned off. You turned off, basically.
Yeah. Because I don't want to continue. You know what I mean?
It's a turn off. Just like it's a turn off when guys can't provide. It's a turn off.
I love it.
No, I wasn't even looking, but it hit me.
I got a question for the guy.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point, and that's why I say you said something really good there. You said that's why men who can't provide are a turnoff. They should be a turnoff. But men who can provide, they should want to provide for you. Not
that part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I give y'all a really short story time. Very short, very brief. All right, so in the relationship that I was in, it has something to do with what we're talking about when it comes to finances, especially. I was in a relationship with someone that was dating for about 8 or 9 months. We're pretty good. Things were going well. This one occasion, it was a Saturday. My daughter had a volleyball game. So I was late to that volleyball game. And I said, babe, can you spot me $10 for the volleyball game? I don't want to stop at ATM. I'm already late. I'll give it to you when I come back. She told me no. She told me her dad taught her to never give men money. I said, okay. I said, as a father, I can get that. I understand where it's coming from. You know, you don't want to just frivolously give men money. I get that. We're talking about 9 months into a relationship, and I'm talking about 10 funky.
$10.
Not that's good smelling kind. 10 funky dollars. And you telling me no. So at that point, that relationship had to end because now I know I can't depend on you. If a hard time were to come up, I can't depend on you. So it's not so much about money all the time. Sometimes it's about the principle. So that's the example I want to give about principle. Like you want a partner that's going to be there for you, going to have your back. In situations like that, that wasn't a big ask. And that's my example also, is that that's not something you could see coming. You won't generally ask someone that you're dating or wanting to date, hey, do you mind helping your man out if he's down? That some things that you think is just naturally supposed to be there. So for me, that was a lesson learned. That's why I say certain questions now. Every relationship I've been in has been a lesson learned, which has made me a better man and a better person for the woman who I'm going to marry. So yeah, just an example.
Oh, look at Black talking marriage. Anywho, this good. Yeah, because
this is good.
Closer to the day, and it's not even 5 years. I love it.
That's what you got from the story. That's what you got from the story.
So that's really what I got from it. No, but my question is for the man right now. Okay. Scenario hypothetical. Couple of dates in, you know, it's not the first date, but a couple of dates in. She pays. And she paying to show you she's not here for your money. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, they're gonna be okay.
Listen, I'm cool with it because I've experienced it. I'm cool with it because I've experienced it. And keep in mind, this is from someone that I'm currently in a relationship with, because she had the right character to do that. I wasn't expecting her to do it, but the fact that she had the character to do that. So, you see me as valuable. You see me as worth your time and attention. Oh, you like the energy that I'm giving you, and you wanted to reciprocate that. I appreciate that, because I'm in a relationship where I'm not seeking to take anything from you. I want to add to your life, not take away. So yeah, I definitely was comfortable with it. Now, am I going to be someone that takes advantage of that and expects it? Nah, that's not that. Just the character and the attitude when she did it. Much love. Much love. That's just me.
Listen, I already told my story. Listen, that wasn't a date, but when I obviously when I did YouTube full time in 2020, I mean I said this before, I lost my job. So obviously I went into YouTube full time. I was not making that kind of piece, but I had a lot of savings. But I had a girl at the time, and we went to the shop to buy some groceries. It wasn't a date, but we went to buy. It's COVID time as well, so we couldn't even go out like that, to be honest. But went to get some groceries. And I was ready to pay because I have savings that was going to last me for the next few months. And when I got to the till, I honestly, this girl fought me. She actually fought to me, like physically pushed me out the way to pay this thing. There's no joke. When I say that did something to me psychologically, where I said, whatever you want, you'll get it from me. Even if I have to work 2 jobs to get it, I'll give it to you. Because that means you got my back. If I'm down and you have my back like that, I know that, fam, okay, cool. That's it. Superman gonna come out for this one because I know I can trust you. So I'm not saying you do at the very beginning. Of course, we've been dating for a few months and everything. Do you know what I'm saying to you? But yeah, that if someone did that after a few dates, I'd be. It showed me again they really like me. You know what I'm saying to you? So I wouldn't have a problem with that at all. I'd be very ecstatic. You know, and I'd want to do even more for you because I can tell that you really like me and you got my back. So if anything did go wrong, okay, I can see that you'd have my back. You know what I mean? You're not gonna look at me some way. So yeah, that's my answer to that question.
You know, Coach, a lot that does happen a lot. What you're saying, like when your woman wants to pay for something or whatever, and you're trying to say no, I got it, I got to take care of it. I learned that as men, we can't block our blessings either. You know, if our woman wants to do something for us, we have to allow her to do that. And just being all honest, not trying to get anything out of her or anything like that. It's just allowing her to be blessed by giving me a blessing. And that's coming from a real place. And in a situation like what you were in, and when I'm in those situations where we're both going back and forth, I have this thing like I like to have fun in my relationships, man. So I said, okay, look, pull your card out. We're both going to hand the server the card.
Oh, so y'all putting it in here?
No, hold on. We're both going to add the server to the card. We're both going to add the cashier to give her the card, right? And whoever the cashier, the server is, they determine whose card they're going to take. 9 out of 10, guess who it is? Especially if it's a woman, guess who it is? They're going to take my card. So that kills it. It's no argument, it's no fight. There's no back and forth.
You're black. But I hear what you're saying, you know, about not blocking your blessings. I think for us guys, sometimes we're not used to that. I mean, most of the time, if you've been bred, because I've been bred to, you know, to take care of things, to be a provider. That's been my life since being like an older sibling, taking care of people and stuff like that, like cooking, cleaning, all of them things. I do that. So along comes someone that pours into you. You've never experienced that before, and it's like, oh, maybe you see me as valuable. Okay, so you're not gonna be able to take advantage of me. So I can trust you. So it's that level of trust that's been established in those little moments, in those kind gestures. That's it. It's a kind gesture. And it doesn't always have to be money. It's just, if you reciprocate something that I'm giving to you, that lets me know that you actually dig me. You like me. That's the way I see it.
You know what? Gesture. I do feel, and I personally feel like relationships are just fantasy, to be honest with you. They're fantasy. The only real part about it is what you've experienced. Once a woman has actually experienced a man giving his all to her and pouring into her like no other relationship has before, now she knows, okay, hey, I need to get this all the time. I've experienced this. Now I know what my value is, even though I thought it was high before, and he made it to this level. Some men will elevate how you feel about yourself. Some women will elevate how a man feels about himself. It's all about working together. So to me, I think that when women do that, it's a fantastic thing for me not to have to say, okay, I paid for the last 20 dates. Can you think you'll get one? I shouldn't have to do that. I want a woman who is paying attention to what's going on in a relationship and say, okay, you know what? This man has been doing this. He's been doing that. Let me pour back into him. You know, just willingly wanting to. That's why I said I don't want obligation. I want you to willingly give from your heart. If it's not coming from there, we don't need to be together.
It shouldn't be no obligation in a relationship, period, though.
Preach.
Shouldn't be, but you know, when he does bills dry up.
So Joe, it shouldn't be. You told them, but no, it shouldn't be no obligation in a relationship.
Listen, you'll be like, get your black ass up to the sofa and get to the job. You ain't gonna let him sit there for 6 months on his ass. I need to figure it out. Figure what? The bills are paid. Figure it out. Here you go.
Listen, ladies, you know you hate obligations. You will feel a certain type of way. Let a man come and tell, listen, you are obligated to be cooking and cleaning. I expect you to be cooking and cleaning this kid. I guarantee you will not like that.
If you're paying everything, it's a natural thing. I think for women to naturally want to care for their men. Like if you're handling everything, it's something in us that's naturally adapt and want to take care of their man when they taking care of us. It's all reciprocated. It's like a circle. So it's not obligated. You naturally want to do that.
For me, so I should be providing peace back for him, you know?
Yeah.
It should be cycling.
Now, if she not, then
there we go.
Look how it come around, though.
Look, wait, why her face like that?
Because she don't know peace. Jay don't know peace.
You don't know peace too.
No, a piece of steel. That's it.
I'm gonna be your carnage.
That's the only piece she got. Bang bang.
I want to know her thoughts.
Nah, she be like, nah, this ain't real. That's what she look like.
I'm sitting here thinking and I'm listening, and you know, I give him this bill and I say, here, pay this bill, and you know, he go, I love it when you talk dirty to me, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of normalize that.
That's normalized. That's not happening.
Nasty, but that ain't turning me on right now, Jace. No. That's that white envelope, and I'm not feeling it.
Jay said I'm coming in with a bill on me, like, hey.
Hey. Got your little something. Figure that out. Okay, so I do have a question then, because you guys did touch on it a little bit earlier on. You because we are talking about obviously a man paying a bill, right? So I want to know, if he pays all the bills, does he make all the decisions?
No, absolutely not.
No,
not even remotely.
Wow. What's the point of paying the bills?
Matter of fact,
hold on,
without me.
Hold on, hold on a minute. Hold on.
Say that again.
Hold on a minute. I'm confused now. Now,
hold on a minute.
If the man is making all of the money, and money is access to power, does he not have the right to make the decisions when he has the monetary power to do so? And you're saying,
no, because men make stupid decisions.
You forgot about power.
Okay.
But this is called a bad faith question, and then now you have a bad faith response, and I'm not engaged at all.
Anyway, said I'm not engaged.
Ask a question,
but
you know,
I think generally that nobody should make a decision that affects everybody without consulting each other. It's a team. You guys are a group. You guys are you know, a unit. So if there's something, hey, let me talk to my wife, or hey, let me talk to my girl, let me talk to my man, let me talk to my husband. You guys should consult with one another, you know what I'm saying, pull together and hopefully come to a common ground. If not, I mean, at some point somebody would make an executive decision because there's maybe need a tiebreaker, whatever the case is. But you should have the courtesy, the decency, the respect to bring that point to the other individual so you guys can put it on the table and discuss it. So no, just because you make the money doesn't mean you should make all the decisions.
I agree with Jay. Definitely.
Don't y'all get tired of making all the decisions? Dang, you got to make all the decisions at work to make this money.
That's the ego and pride.
Sure. Some of your decisions.
Hold on a minute.
Hold on a minute.
You said it's ego and pride when we're making all the decisions, but it's not ego and pride when you basically say, hey, you have to pay all the bills, but I get to keep the money now.
No, it's not ego and pride, because it's something that you naturally want to do. It's something natural you want to do to take care of your woman. That's a natural thing. And it's a natural turn on when you have a man that's taking care of you. So the bedroom is going to be hot and spicy. Like, so no, it's not pride and ego.
And we discussed you paying the bills, and we agreed on you paying the bills.
Yeah.
You brought that to the table, and it was on the table. And
pride and ego would be like, yeah, no, that's not pride and ego. No.
I'm being facetious. I'm being facetious.
I know.
I mean, listen, I personally think you're gonna pay all them bills. You should, you know, you get to veto. Not that to make all the. You get to veto most of your decisions. Like I'm overruling everything. If I feel like if I feel like the decision needs to go my way, I'm vetoing your decisions because I pay all the bills and this obligation because the thing gonna dry up if I don't. So I'm gonna be vetoing answers. So you can tell me, yeah, I want to go left. I'm gonna tell you, listen, I love that, babe.
But hear me out. So you're paying all the bills, right? And my money is going to our future. So why do you feel as though you have the right to make a decision based off of because you're paying all the bills? But my money that I'm saving because you're paying all the bills is going to our future. So why do you think you have that executive decision?
I have the executive decision because right now I'm paying all the bills. Right now I'm paying all the bills.
So when you're paying,
your money's going to savings, but it's in the future.
So are you putting
right now I'm
planning it for our future? That joint account is paying the bills, or Like, how exactly is the
I
dynamic?
mean, listen. You can money launder it how you want to money launder it. But either way, it's my money going into the account that gonna pay these bills. So when it goes into a joint account,
our money.
Oh, it's our money now.
Our money.
It's our money. Yes.
Our money now.
It is our money.
I didn't even know that because when you were saying you're keeping your own money, you didn't say our money.
Jeffrey about to go.
I never said that.
Hold on.
I never said that.
So let me explain this to you.
Calm down. Calm down.
So I'm in the military. I play a support role in the military, right? I'm a financial management technician in the military. I'm not the person at war with the guns on the front lines, right? But they can't do their job if I'm not doing my job. Nobody's going to go kill the bad guys if they're not getting paid. So it's a support role. So when you go out there and you make the money to pay that bills, that's our money because I'm there backing you up and making sure, you know, you get to your job, your meals might be cooked, your laundry done, your house is clean, these things that help you function to go out there and make that money. I am somehow contributing, so that is our money. That's why when a stay-at-home mom, you know, should either get allowance or should get some form of payment because she's contributing to that. Like it's a together thing. She's contributing in a different manner to help you get that money, to bring that money back to us.
It's a team sport, baby. We all got our positions.
I love that. I love that. I love that. You know, you say you're playing a supporting role. I love that. I love, you know, and I appreciate.
I even iron your drawers, baby.
And listen, go ahead and iron them. You know what I'm saying? Just don't burn them.
Don't ask me why.
But you know, again, I hear what you're saying, and I really, really hear what you're saying. But you vetoed that decision when you decided you wanted to play passenger princess. You vetoed the power in that place when you said you wanted to be passenger princess. You see, the passenger can't decide where the driver's going to go. You can suggest, you can't decide.
It's not a partnership then.
Excuse me, I don't want to be
it never has been a partnership.
I just want to be the passenger while you were the driver that I have hired.
Yeah. Right, you have to understand again, right? I'm gonna definitely consult you. I'm definitely gonna ask your opinion.
And if you have a better idea,
so if I'm navigating,
if I truly believe you have a better idea, I'm gonna go with your idea. It's dumb for me. It's dumb of me to go with my idea when I hear your idea and it's yours is smarter than mine. That would be dumb.
I just want to make sure you bring it to the forefront, like you telling your partner what's going on and what's about to transpire, so they could tell you if they have a better idea.
Well, Diona, question. What do you say to the girls in this situation? Because this happens in some relationships where a guy is paying all the bills, he's making the money, he's the breadwinner, and you know, a woman wants, you know, have her say so, and the guy's like, what? How much money are you making? Sit down, don't talk to me. I pay all the bills on. What do you do in that situation?
I ain't never gonna be in that situation, so I don't know. If the man I'm dealing with don't respect my decisions, that's not going to be my situation.
You boycott.
Or you do that.
You boycott. You stop cooking. You stop eating. Have you ever seen the movie A Day Without a Mexican?
I never.
When you stop doing all the stuff you do in the house and everything else kind of falls apart because that was the role you were playing, then he understand that let me go ahead and key her in because she is vital. So you boycott. You don't clean. You don't cook. You don't do anything. Shut it down.
I like that. You know, I like that.
Okay.
Only works.
Yeah, go hungry for days.
I can cook, I can clean, I can look after babies, I can do all that stuff. You want to shut it down? Shut it down. We all gonna suffer here. We all gonna suffer. I don't know why you think you're gonna. You all gonna suffer. Because I'm telling you that. You want to shut it down? I'll shut off the lights. I'll shut off the heating. We all gonna suffer there. We gonna.
We go dark. We go dirty.
Last week.
We go. Hey.
Well, honestly, that's.
Let me get my input, my take on this. Let me get my take on this.
Getting petty.
So I for one think that we're looking at it in a whole different way. Okay, so does the man have the final decision? I will say it really depends because he's agreeing, or his desire is this one is to pay the bills, make sure the house, everything's taken care of. It really depends on the situation. So if we're saying that, okay, babe, we need a new refrigerator's broken, and we go to the refrigerator shop to get one, and you want to have input on it, that's fine. If you're going to contribute or if you're going to assist with paying for that refrigerator, because that's outside of the bills. If we're doing that together, then that's okay. But if you're looking for me to make that payment and make that payment for that refrigerator, it is ultimately my decision, because you don't have the luxury to get to know. But you don't have the luxury to get to know what my pockets are looking like, to know what we can and can't afford. Okay. So if I'm paying all the bills, people can have money, but it can just go. It's going to go a certain level. So the man knows what he's able to afford. You can pick out four different refrigerators. We're going to get the one that's best for my pockets and what we actually need versus what we want, depending on the financial situation there.
And I'm giving my money to contribute on the refrigerator I want. The fuck?
Okay, exactly. And I love
here's this part to it. We're going to go back to what C-Way said originally. Every man has a different level market of that he's working with or whatever. That works for you, Black. There's another man out there that'll sit there and be like, baby, pick out, here's the budget. This is what it is. Pick out what you want. There's another man here's the card. Buy whatever you want or whatever and stuff like that. It's going to be a different man that's going to do a different thing. It's going to be a different man that's going to do a different thing because he does not want to deal with that. That's not what he wants to deal with. He is dealing with work and his businesses and all that stuff to bring money home. So he's going to say, baby, that is not my problem. Now, that might be a problem for her because she might want a man that makes those final decisions. But if it's not a problem for her, she's like, okay, here's the card. I'm on my way to the store to pick out the refrigerator, to put it in the house, get it up in his house. Because
I'm one of them.
Is it hard to say, hey, this is the refrigerator I can afford? I mean, like, why
he's going to give you a budget?
But he was my wallet. This is
what I'm saying is it can still be a group decision. You just have to say, hey, if I need to pay for this, babe, then this is the most I can afford. So let's meet in the middle of what I can afford and what we both want.
Put your money forward to it. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's the simplest solution.
When you start putting your money forward,
what'd you say, Coach Jeff? What did you say?
Hey, man,
I said, when you start putting your money up, you can start making decisions.
No, that's just being toxic. I just don't think anybody should be making group decisions like about the couch or the refrigerator or stuff like that. Even the rug. I mean, that's
a minor
conversation. Hey,
that's the thing. Go ahead.
That's minor stuff. That's minor cosmetics.
Guys, but I don't mind you choosing the rug. You know what I mean? Because I think women are much better.
Honestly, men usually don't care about that stuff in the household though. Y'all usually don't care about what furniture, because y'all don't know how to put stuff together anyway. So let me stop. But y'all usually don't care about furniture and all that type of scheme. When you said being the person that makes the executive decision, I thought you were talking about like steering our lives in a certain way. Like making decisions and we're altered.
Furniture now. People be thinking if you move in with a man, they be caring about the furniture.
Really?
I thought men didn't care about the furniture. No, they care.
For sure. I mean, I know some that'll go
ahead make it ugly. I don't mind
it. I'm not gonna say that. It's your house. It's your money. It's your thing. Do you make yourself happy at your house, baby? Spend how you want. You're buying it. I'm weird. I'm somewhere where Black is. You know what I'm saying? Like if we meet 50-50 now, I get to say well then we're gonna be at an impasse because I don't like what you like. But if you pay for it, you can buy whatever you like.
And then what's yours? You pick out your own car, whatever car you want. You pick out your own car. You pick out all that stuff. I pick out the car that I want. You know what I mean? Like the stuff that you pay for on your own.
I got mine. So remember, you let me keep mine, so I can.
I got a question for that.
But my thing is that what you said, Jay, is the point that I'm making. And C-Way made a good point when she said this. What's wrong with partnering and getting together? The mindset of some women, not saying you, but the mindset, open it up to it. The mindset of some women is that, okay, if he doesn't do this, I want better. But everything else in this man world, he's doing great for you. He's a great supporter. He's a great provider. He does things well for you. But because he's not able to get you that $3,000 refrigerator, he can only get you the $800 one. Then now I can get better, or I got to find me another man who can give me this $3,000 like that won't say no. You can't be afraid of the word no. Not with you can't be afraid of the word no.
You saying women say that? You saying like there's women out there who act like that? Is what you're saying?
That's a
yes. I'm saying that there are women. I'm not saying it's majority, but I'm saying that there's some women out there who do feel that if a man doesn't give them one or two things that they ask for, the whole relationship is done. So my thing is like, what are we valuing in relationships with besides material things? So what is it? What else am I doing for you? How else am I supporting you? How am I being understanding? Am I a good listener? Am I a good communicator? Do we work? Will we mesh well together? Those things matter in a relationship, not just the finances. And if I'm saying that everything else is covered, and we're talking about an $800 refrigerator versus a $3,000 one, that's not worth breaking up over with somebody, in my opinion.
No, it's like that Eddie Murphy comedy, like that. What have you done for me lately? Basically, what have you done for me lately? Forgetting all the positive things I did in the past, but then you hold me to particular things that I'm not able to do for you in that moment.
Question, but did she ever say no to you? Anything you asked her, did she ever say no? I'm asking, general question. Has she ever denied you of any type of happiness that you asked of her?
That's a really good point, because if you're saying that anything she asked me to do or want me to do, or anything I asked her to do, did she want to do it?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, like did she do it? Yeah.
No. If she never says no, that's great, because that's her saying, I want to do this for you.
Yeah.
So if you're coming to me about a refrigerator, that means you want me to pay for it. So I have to agree to paying for the refrigerator that we need versus what we want. Now I can see if it's an old broken down $150 refrigerator, we say, okay, we got to do better than that. We got to contribute. We got to kick in or something, go into savings or something. I get that. But if we're going on based on what we need, not what we want. So if what we need is covered, that's still a good man. He's still providing for us, for you. You know, so that's what I'm saying. Like, a man can get the job done. It may not be on the caliber of what you want it to be, but if he's getting the job done, I still tip my hat to that man, because he's taking care of business.
Is he frugal? Like, I don't. Okay, yeah, I guess.
No, we're talking about, hold on. This is the realistic part. I'm not even trying to fight the poverty. When it comes to those finances, you're talking about. See, you're still stuck on this refrigerator, but you're not thinking about everything else he's had to pay for. You're not thinking about all. We said 100%. We're talking about 100%.
Oh, okay. All right, got it. All right.
If you want a man that high a caliber, we're talking about maybe 2%, 3% of the population. Everybody's running to that man, and they're missing out on all these good blessings from men that are really capable of taking care of you, but on a more realistic level. So that's what I'm saying. That realistic part is not good enough for some people.
What was your question, D? Did you have a question?
I don't remember, but I tell you one thing: if my refrigerator costs $3,000 and you coming up with an $800 one, we have a problem. We definitely have a problem.
On our budget, remember.
We got a problem.
If I'm spending 90 to 95% of my time in the house, it is going to be decorated for my comfort. Because if I don't have my own, we're going back to this scenario. If I don't have my own, and I'm just a housewife, a happy white housewife, trying to make a life for our family and all these things. This is my workspace. So I would like my workspace to be as comfortable as possible. And I hope that at work you do the same with your space. So I need my boss, my employer, to provide me with the refrigeration.
Happy wife, happy life.
That I need to be able to provide us with all the foods required on a daily basis. I got to cook 3+ meals depending on how many kids I got in the house. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure your snacks is right. Your after snacks is right. You know what I'm saying?
Keep cooking, Jay. Keep cooking.
Things. It's all in place for you to come home. I would like to have a nice bathroom for you to relax in and unwind in when you come home, so I can run that bath water, that shower, and wash you down. I would like a nice comfy bed to lay upon you in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't you want that life?
Don't you want that life?
I actually see it. And you know what I also see? I look at the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet says no. So I love that. The spreadsheet said no. We're projecting way beyond our budget, and I love that. So let's work towards that. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do some cutbacks here. You know, it's austerity. You know how it works.
Why are we cutting back?
Because he want to live in poverty again.
You don't want to use your finances for this. We gotta make some cutbacks because you got to work on my finances.
Poverty.
So we're gonna have to make some cutbacks here and there.
Why we gotta live like this? I don't understand it.
But that's
see,
how
this is why the middle class will go broke, because the middle class think they can pay and have everything, and they can't.
No, why not get different revenue avenues of revenue? Why not do that?
But you're still in the middle class.
You want us to do that too?
No, we doing it. We doing it. We doing it.
It's not enough to work at one job. We need to get more revenue. We need to get another job or earn this refrigerator.
Hey, listen.
Come on.
We trying to create generational wealth here.
Wait. Hold on, black man. Hold on, black man. So it was okay back in the day for you to slave
more revenue.
But when the black woman asks you to slave,
listen, I'm a traditional man. So I'm in the era where, you know, the husband makes sure that the house is taken care of, make sure his woman is taken care of, she needs for nothing. That it's in reason. You know, if it's me paying 100% of the bills, you're going to hear the word no occasionally. Just like I'll hear the word no occasionally from you. It happens in every relationship, marriage, and everything else. So it's going to happen. So if you don't get the refrigerator, we got to think about a little bit deeper here, because it's just a refrigerator. Its purpose is to keep things cold. If it's keeping it cold, it's not a big deal. It shouldn't be that big of a deal anyway. If it's keeping things cold, it's doing what it's supposed to do. Now, if it has another purpose, if it's something else that's supposed to elevate us in our lives and do all this blah blah blah, then that may be another type of conversation. But we're talking about something that should not matter that much.
That bedroom will be cool too.
It's a smart fridge. It has a whole schedule.
I can't get with that. It's just the refrigerator.
Nah, that bedroom gonna be cool too.
When it comes to
just like that little cheap refrigerator.
When it comes to training Jordan for LA Gears, they just love shoes.
Listen, again, I love the way you guys are talking about it. I just hope that the openness, the warmth, the way that you're so positive and so motivated to talk about how that man can do. You sound more positive. Like when you said about that, how that man should be providing and make sure that if you're gonna we're gonna get that 3,000 refrigerator. I just hope that the same enthusiasm happens when we start talking about bedroom activity. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I hope we have the same.
I just told you
that's a no-brainer. First of all,
you're saying no-brainer now. You're saying no-brainer now. Hold on. But a lot of men have suffered in this area.
Okay. Y'all lacking in providing, probably. I'm just keeping it a buck.
Y'all might be suffering in that area because y'all already suffering in that area. That might not even be the reason.
That's probably why
might not even be the reason why you're suffering in that area.
Oh, dang.
That's a whole conversation for another day, though.
That's for another day, Didi.
All right, so
if I'm well taken care of, he well taken care of.
Even doing that, though, Coach, it goes back to what I said originally. We still have to be good in that arena too.
Oh yeah, y'all. That's a whole nother topic. I wanted to touch on that earlier. Because y'all was saying, what do we provide? And it's like, when you say, oh, I take care of the household, I pay all the bills, but what do the women do? And it's like, first of all, 90% of the women not getting pleased in the bedroom anyway. So for the fact when you said, what do women do and provide and bring to the table? Your happiness.
Just fade out is crazy.
I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't speak that language.
Okay.
Someone translate what she said, please. Can we get a translator for this? I don't know what she's talking about right now.
She has said.
I don't know anything about that.
I had said a majority of men lack in the bedroom. So when you said if the man is taking care of the house and paying all the bills, what is the woman bringing into the home? Not only taking care of your kids, making sure everything in the household is good, but she's also bringing your happiness in the bedroom. Because majority of men is lacking in that area. Let's just keep it real.
You know, I think sometimes also as well, I'm not going to fight on that. There is an orgasm gap between women, and so I ain't going to lie to you. You're right. Okay, in that aspect. I do also want to say as well, but, are
always the broke ones with the good one. Let me stop. Let me just shut up there.
Whilst I'm paying all these bills, I mean, are you going to be sprucing it up? Are you going to be changing the game? Are we going to be doing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're going to be sprucing it because at the end of the day, like That's not. It should be. It should be. But some of y'all, I told you because some of y'all be. I don't know who you're marrying and dating.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, Kojo? During your dating experience, when you paid 100%, did that woman ever lack in the bedroom? Yeah, that's a no. I already know it's a no because that's something natural with women. Like a natural woman gets turned on from that, so they're not lacking in the bedroom when you're providing like that. That's just a natural instinct.
You shouldn't be turned off because I couldn't provide all the bills though.
I'm turned all the way off.
Nah, it should be. You should be turned off just because I can't pay all the bills.
I mean, we love each other, yeah, but that's not enough.
That means, you know what that is? That means you conceded some looks in order to get somebody have money, and that's a problem right there.
Wait. Run that back.
Let me tell you why. Because there's so many women that will tell us that they can date broke Negroes and have great broke Negro. So that tells me one thing is that you sacrifice looks for money. Don't let me be the person you sacrifice looks for money. Don't ever sacrifice looks for money with me, please. I beg of you. Choose me to be. I'd rather be the broke, sexy Negro in your life. I'd rather be the broke, sexy Negro because you're gonna give me something. You know what I'm saying to you? I believe it was something.
We've had that conversation before. That if you don't find me attractive, I don't want you.
Yeah, I deal with you.
Now, the thing about it is
that's so nasty. I'm not gonna lie.
In the situation,
I would feel so nasty.
Again, with what Yana was saying, you know, about not being satisfied. So many people are not being satisfied. I'm sorry that happens for those people that have to go through that. I don't know what that's like though. But I will say this. I will say this is that the issue is for me, it's not been about the satisfying thing. The satisfying thing is fine. It's the drive. My drive is high. I'm a Scorpio. My drive is high. So if you can keep up with me, you're doing really, really well. Because I hold back. Nope. I won't go that far. But I will say that I'm pretty. My request will be high. If I'm paying 100% of the bill, you don't need to stay home. you don't need to stay home and get your rest in while I'm at work. Because when I get off, you best believe.
Okay, Black.
You best
Learn
believe.
something new today. Learn something new today.
You gonna show me multiple times how much you appreciate me.
Ladies,
hey, and I'm gonna tell you like this. If you put down some good, I might be willing to pick up a bill. I might.
But that's what we saying. Listen, when a broke one be slinging, we be paying for everything.
That's what we saying.
And because he's fine, he's broke, but he's fine.
Broke, and he knows how to work it.
No, he broke, and that D like not.
Yes,
that D ain't broke. That D ain't broke at all. That D is cashing checks.
Don't trade me who can provide for looks. No, I want you to see me and be like, I want to just tear him apart.
Energy.
That way, at least even if I don't pay a bill, you know she gonna tell you something. You know what I mean? The reason why you dry up is because you consider looks for money. No. Don't let me be that guy.
Hey, ain't women's looks currency? So why we can't make y'all's little currency sometime? You know.
Listen, you can. I'm saying you can. Just don't do it with me.
I just need you to learn. I just need you to learn how to use your looks to pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? OnlyFans, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
You leave me long enough. I will.
I'm gonna support you through this
find
OnlyFans journey.
I'm gonna be honest. There's no such thing as handsome and broke. I'm gonna be honest.
No, I'm just saying. Look, I'm gonna say
it shouldn't be, but they out here.
Right, you're right. Right. It's sexy and broke. Because you know what it is. It's not handsome. You're right. It's sexy and broke. There ain't no way. You know exactly. You see that man here looking all broke, but he's sexy. You know.
Listen. He can be sexy as hell, but if he broke, I don't even look that way.
Ladies, I'm gonna just say
you might dibble and dab.
I'm not turned on by that at all.
Listen,
say that now.
He broke. He must be a kid.
You someone come say that now. I'm telling on experience. If you look good as hell and you broke, you're not handsome to me.
Listen, what Jay-Z say?
Is it too soon? I don't know.
This is
what Jay-Z say.
This is why
money make them handsome.
What Nicki say? What's that song? Rich. Never mind.
Yeah.
Listen, this is why the dating game is so messed up right now. Everyone be settling. So ladies, stop going for guys that you think are medium ugly. Stop doing it.
Yeah.
Why is that a setup? Why you feel like that's a setup?
Oh,
So
listen.
I think I missed the time of arranged marriages.
Huh?
I missed the time of arranged marriages. Like I believe in that. Like, you know, so guys and providers, you know, he can look halfway decent. He don't even gotta look decent as long as he's handling stuff. Like, I think we need to bring back arranged marriages.
You're lucky you find a guy that's got a farm, because you'd be on that farm. So I don't know where you think you're going to. You'd be on that farm with him. Okay, you'd be out here milking the cows and all that sorts of work. It wouldn't be easy.
Yams on her. You see them yams on her.
I don't believe.
I might be okay with that.
I don't believe in arranged marriages. Listen, my grandma tried to set me up.
15 seconds to say what you got to say, because time is gone. So say what you got to say, Jeff. 15 seconds.
I don't believe in that arranged marriage stuff. My grandma tried to set me up with some 32. No.
32-year-old? Yeah, she was about to crush you. I can't even lie to you.
In more ways than one.
I had a question for Jay, but I forgot.
You can say it in the back when we have the back conversation, but we're going to get off this. Listen, audience, it's been amazing. It's been wonderful. This conversation has been a really good time. I've really enjoyed it. I've laughed.
Yeah, I had fun.
I had good fun, man. So I appreciate you guys for coming through as well. Listen, we'll be back here again next week, Wednesday, same time, 8:30, to have another enthralling conversation. I put the thing on the banner there. Listen, I want you to understand sometimes we're being entertaining and we're being fun. Not all the points that we're saying is actually our own. Sometimes we're wrestling with a point as a general point, that general people say these things as well. So before you go and start writing your think pieces in the comment section, before we blow up and become big on this channel and people start writing, oh, is that what you believe? Just know some of this is for entertainment purposes. If you want to know our true thoughts, find us in our personal time. Don't do that, because that's crazy. But I appreciate you guys. Stay locked, stay loaded. Man them, you are not real men. Okay, you're AI robots, apparently, only when you pay all the bills. Okay, so, you know, get to paying the bills if you haven't paid them, because the ladies, it dries up when they don't. So I appreciate you guys. Still up there. We'll see you again soon.